Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show.
Every time you have me on here, you never do like an intro.
Nah, well, you introduce yourself, man.
I'm the guest.
We never do an intro.
Like, we have Ben here. You know, I always gotta speak
I do
up.
Say no.
I don't know.
Go check the tape. Check the tape.
I think
He's introed you quite a few times.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I gotta introduce myself. We have also Ben here.
You want in the beginning of the headline.
Yo, yeah. We are the Podical Sons, including or featuring
Take two.
the favorite adopted
Marvelous
son.
here.
Not your average Joseph. And
Big
special
Ben
guest
here.
today.
Holy
special guest.
Big crybaby Ben is in
Oh
the
my
building.
god! Now I'm a crybaby.
Holy shit.
Oh my god! That's that toxic masculinity right there.
Oh my gosh. No.
Sorry.
It's toxic femininity. Today's Mother's Day. You can't tell a woman who's a mother that this ain't her day. This is like her birthday part too.
This is her day.
Yeah.
This is her day. I mean, when it drops, it won't no longer be her day, but when we're recording, it's her day.
No. There's a girl, like, there's a woman or a mother right now listen to this like, Sunday. I know that's right. Saying that right now when they listen to it, they're like, then if you say anything bad after that, they'd be like, who the fuck are you guys to talk about mothers? You know the struggle about mothers and blah, blah, blah. So this one's for you, boo. The folks at home that's new, welcome. Enjoy. To the rest of the regular degulars that know what you're getting into, welcome again.
Mm-hmm. Prepare yourself.
Spotify, Google Play, all streaming platforms possible. Check out podicalsons.com. And how's everybody feeling? Let's start with Ben, because I don't want to miss
It's a beautiful day, man. I can't complain.
All right.
Chill with my friends. Beautiful day. Can't complain.
All right.
Good.
Day is nice.
Day is
nice. I'm good. Yourself?
Marvelous. Simply marvelous.
That's it.
All right. Let's get to the first poll of the week. Do you plan out your life or do you just wing it? And 62% said wing it. Talk to things, them.
62% said wing
Ben,
it.
you're first.
Yeah, of course.
You got the floor. You got the floor.
No, I put... Both of them don't complete me. Like, they're not both 100% one thing, I don't think. No. I put wing it. But there's certain things that I'm going to plan.
So why winging it?
You just figure out when you get there. There's times... what you do is like holidays, certain things that you'll have. I'm going to be at your place and I'm going to this place and you're planning all these things. And like, why? Sometimes I tell you, don't come to my place. Because sometimes when I get somewhere and I get comfortable, I don't want to leave. I'm eating, the conversation's flowing.
Right.
And you got to interrupt it. And why? Don't plan to leave somewhere to go somewhere else when you're feeling someplace. I'm always going to be here. I always tell you that. And I mean, you're doing too much. You're driving too much. I mean, pick 1-2 spots and just post up. Don't go to 500 different places. If it feels right, stay. If it doesn't, then come over. If you like, this party's whack.
Yeah, party's whack.
Food don't taste right.
Go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Yeah, I got an appointment to do. I got to see Hab. And they're like, yeah, okay, I'll be your way out. No problem.
Could the food be slapping?
Yeah.
Food is slapping over
Yeah,
abs.
covers are always, everything's always slapping.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta, sometimes you just gotta wing it. And sometimes you plan too much, and on the spot you have to switch something, and it might be hard to wing it then. I have that problem sometimes. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this by this time. I'm gonna do it this way. And like, no, you can't do it this way because X, Y is missing. So maybe you gotta, think of a spot and it's on the spot and just flip it. But sometimes in my mind, it takes me a while to think of a different solution because I have this planned out, and I get stuck in my way sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know if that happens to you.
See, I feel that.
Or I get more annoyed. I'm like, no, I was supposed to do it this way.
Yeah.
And you get frustrated that it's not that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same way.
See, I feel a little bit differently from that, and I think one of my strengths is that I'm able to think quickly.
Right.
On my, on my feet, so I can. I voted for plan.
Yeah.
Because I like to kind of have like some sort of roadmap to where I'm going.
Right.
And then
So it's a big picture thing.
right.
Yeah.
But I as exactly what you're saying though. I keep it as like a big picture. I don't
Yeah.
try to narrow it too much.
Right.
So that there's room that if like just like how you said, if anything comes up,
Yeah.
and then I gotta adjust, then I'm able to adjust.
Yeah. You can pivot.
But yeah, I kind of need that structure to kind of fence me in.
Right,
or
yeah.
else I might be all over the place.
Wait, so you're both then? Yeah,
Yeah.
just one way.
No,
But I mean,
start off planning.
you would be one or the other, right? More dominant. But I want to say, like, can you be
Yeah.
completely into one? Probably different times in your life. Currently, now, probably not.
Yeah.
No.
I want to say, I'm not speaking for the youth, but let's say if you're 18, 19 years old or something like that, you're newly fresh adult,
Yeah.
you're still trying to figure yourself out.
Right. Exactly.
So you might have been raised on a planning type of way,
right.
but now you're realizing that when you don't plan, winging it is the better way and stuff to go. So now this will formulate you,
Right.
and everything like that, right? Your upbringing or how you were raised kind of made you more of a planner, or vice versa.
Right, yeah.
But you will lean dominant more to something else. Not saying you can't be both, but I think the key between, like, for me, I'm a planner,
Yeah.
but I adapt very well, very fast, kind of
Okay.
like similar to what Smooth saying.
Yeah.
See, my thing and stuff is that if my plan is to go to someone's house and have spaghetti as the final meal,
Yeah.
and I come to your house and stuff like that, and there's no spaghetti, but
Right.
there's like noodles or something like that, I can make them like, okay, so you have this tomato paste kind of food and you have noodles base. Well, I just swap it up and everything, and like that'll be my equivalent to getting the spaghetti and stuff for the day.
Yeah.
I can adapt to that. Some people and stuff can't adapt to it. So then people and stuff
Yeah,
be
it
like,
can be annoying.
I need my spaghetti.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck it. I have to go somewhere to go get the spaghetti.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not like that. I can adapt. So that's what I'm saying. That's kind of like a wing it notion, because it's kind of like there's no spaghetti here. Fuck it. Make the best of it and everything.
Yeah.
I can adapt.
But I mean, even with what you said, that's like a form of adaptation, right? Like, let's say you went to Ben and said, "Yo, I came here expecting some spaghetti, but you ain't got no spaghetti. You know what? Let's not kick it here. Let's go to the restaurant." Then you guys go to the restaurant and get spaghetti, right? There's still room for adaptation
Right.
there, but again, I think the opposite would be like, I ain't gonna eat spaghetti then. You know what I mean? Then you've totally just ruled out all possibilities.
And
altogether.
that's straight planning. That's the straight
Right.
planner type, right?
Right.
See, okay, so I had a conversation and stuff with my girl.
Mm-hmm.
So we're having a conversation and stuff, and she's more of a wing it type of person,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it blew my mind because me, I'm more of a planner.
Right.
So I'm like, we're standing on two different types of hills and stuff, whatever, but she's like, what's the overall goal that we're gonna be together? Right? So when she said it like that, I was like, yeah. So she's like, we'll figure it out. Like, whatever comes up, we'll figure it out. Like, no, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I'm going crazy just thinking about this, like this thing. Cause
Right, right.
I'm there on one hill,
Yeah.
she's on another hill. She's like, yo, you're acting like you don't want to be together? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I want to be together. So she's like, so then we'll figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
yo. And I was like, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with it. I'm like, it's just, I want to say, to fully immerse myself in the concept,
Yeah.
that's a little wild. It's a little wild for me, considering the fact that you've been living your life one type of way. Now,
Yeah.
if I tell you, as of right now, the next like 5 minutes, I want you to put a part in your hair and stuff, whatever, and you're alt-right. When you've been pro-black for so long.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, to just change your ideology of how you've become you and part of this world,
Right.
it's kind of it's a brand new concept.
right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a shock to the system. But the thing and stuff is that I adapt and I welcome change. Change is gonna come.
Yeah.
Like Sam Cooke says. So I'm not running from change. I'm just seeing how to adapt because I am well versed with adaptation skills, like we were saying. So I can adapt, but I still like to plan shit out because my thing and stuff is there. Let's say if it comes to you. All right, it's your birthday and everything like that.
Right.
You're a woman, your wife will have all the control in the world for you and everything. She's like, I want to do this, that, and the third. Your cutoff time with Hab is at this time. So I'm looking like, all right. So I'm like, yo, I call you on your birthday, like, what's up? Let's do something and stuff. Like, nah, I'm cutting my hair. I'm like, okay, when you're done cutting your hair, now I gotta go home shower. So now I'm limited on time and stuff for that. I'm like,
Right.
all right, you know what? How much time do you think would, I'll meet you at your house when you're done out the shower.
Right.
So whatever time we have before your wife's time kicks in and stuff for her, I can
Right.
adapt and I can adhere to that.
Right.
So even if I had like elaborate plans for us, like giving Mickey Mouse dap and it don't pop off, I'm still okay and stuff because I adapted the fact that the goal is to spend time with you on your birthday.
Right.
So
Right.
it's me, that's why I focus on the goal more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because I want to say, if your overall goal is to be a millionaire, and you're saying whatever it takes, you might rob a bank, you might pop drugs,
Yeah.
you might hustle hard, you might struggle with a business, but your goal is still the mill.
You're right.
So that's what I'm saying. Me, I'm focused more on the goal. How we get there, I appreciate the journey.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a mixed bag.
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
It's a mixed bag, but I'm just more dominant on the planner side.
Okay.
If the ultimate goal is to be together, right?
Right.
And you say, like, on the one hand, she's saying, we'll figure it out as we go along. And on this hand, you're saying you're more of a planner. When I see planning as opposed to figuring it out, planning, you give yourself you kind of narrow the route,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you
a
can get to your goal, you can get to where you want to go more sooner. Whereas if you're trying to figure it out, there's things along the way that you got to try to see if it works or try to see if it, you know what I mean? So, and that might take a little bit longer.
But I mean, even with planning though, you can try and see some things and stuff
Oh,
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
then like you realize, okay, well that plan was shit or that plan didn't work out. New plan. And then you still formulate a new plan, right?
Right,
But then
right.
I guess it's like we were talking about this stuff a few weeks ago and stuff. You don't really stop doing something and stuff unless you stop believing in it.
Yes.
Right.
So if you still believe that, okay, you need a plan to attack set situation and this plan doesn't work out, you still believe in whatever plan. But like that old plan didn't work.
Right.
New plan.
Right.
Another plan. Another one. So you know what I'm saying? So when you come with all these plans and stuff like
Yeah.
that, eventually something will stick. It may not be like plan A, how it worked out, and then possible steps might fall out, like how to be the plan A, but
Right.
you're still aiming with like, I want to say, a sense of direction.
Well, and like you said, you adapted along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, salute to all the hippies out there.
But it's funny because I would have thought that it would have been the other way around. I'm not sure why I thought that, but
For what? For me?
for just in general, like the poll is 60%. I would have thought it would have been more of the planning side as opposed to just people just going with the flow and just winging
So
it.
I think what, it's kind of like when you're figuring shit out, right?
Right.
I look at it where if you're just thrown into like, what is it? I heard Big Sean saying in a song, "Feed me to the wolves, I better run the pack and shit." Now you could be thrown to the wolves,
Yeah.
and you could be eaten alive by the wolves,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can adapt and be like, hey, start talking to one, petting a few, then be like, oh shit, this human don't seem that bad.
Right.
Next thing you know, whatever, you're like the new Balto and shit running a pack.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like that's dope and that's great for specific people. But I feel like majority of people and stuff, and like when we were having a conversation about it, it was like, especially if you're new to, I want to say, this world.
Yeah.
I want to say the Western world. If you're new to the Western world, like the North American aspect, you're just trying to figure some shit out. You're just trying to, okay, you were a doctor in whatever country.
Right.
Now you come to Canada or you come to America and everything, they said, your education is not equivalent to a doctor.
Right.
Your education is equivalent to a pharmacist. Now, whatever, right? Do you say, fuck this, doctor or what is it? Or bus? Doctor or bus?
Yeah.
Or do you say, you know what? I'll do the pharmacy thing, see how that goes, make some change, and I'll put myself through school again,
Right.
and then do that.
Right.
And some people just wing it. Like I said, just jump into it and just figure the shit out. They'd be
Yeah.
like, all right, you know what? I was a doctor wherever I was before. Now I'm a pharmacist and I kind of like it here. I'll stay.
Right.
And those are the wingers.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with them and stuff
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
I just think it's like, for me, for myself,
Yeah.
it's a brand new concept and stuff because I'm like, okay, I wake up, like, fuck, even in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm not a morning person. I know I'm not a morning person.
You're not.
So I get my shit
Oh, I
together
know
the
you're
night
one
before.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I plan out. I'm like, okay, let me check the weather. Let me do all this. And there's certain people and stuff, whatever. My girl too. I don't check the weather. How? You don't check the weather.
Outside in a t-shirt.
Just figure it out.
It's snowing.
And she'll say some shit like, yo, the weather is only gonna be oh so far from this.
Right.
Or it's gonna be oh so far from that. So I just wear a long sleeve and I just carry my jacket in my car.
I was about to say, a lot of people will prepare for anything,
Right.
But just wing it, right?
Doing it.
Yeah.
And that's majority.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why majority of the poll and stuff, like even like our listeners are looking like some of them probably even plan. They're like, I plan to get a great podcast in my system. And they just found us and they just winging this shit. They like it. And they just running.
Well, I'll just stick right here.
I like it here.
Oh
I'll
my
stay.
God.
And that's okay.
It's funny. I just finished wrapping up Ozark.
Yeah.
And-
the second half of the last season.
Right. And
I haven't got
just
to it yet.
and it's so funny because Marty be the ultimate planner. But his shit, the plans never go the way
Yeah.
it's supposed to go.
Correct.
And he's always got to adapt.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
So he's a good example of that.
Yeah, you have to, man. You have to. I think that's the versatility and stuff where it's kind of like you're in between both worlds.
Right.
Even if you're a winging person,
Right.
and you learn to adapt and stuff to be like, okay, say you just know you got to pay your bills. You got to pay your bills through life,
Yeah.
right? And you know you need somewhere to stay. Now you're looking at stuff where your job or your let's say your main base of employment is probably like a 20-minute drive. And you look like, well, I just need a place to fucking stay.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you start looking for rooms or something that might be closer, stuff to kind of eliminate your commute time.
Right.
So you might get more sleep, more rest, or more time for you doing the things
Whatever
you want to do.
Yeah.
And you adapt it because now you never thought about set job over there, and now you're looking at set job. And you're looking like, holy shit, I can eliminate the distance because all I just really need is a place to go. Boop boop. And in the process, I might save money for like transportation
Right.
or time and stress and everything. We'll wing it. But the key is adaptation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think when you lack adaptation on both sides, you're
Right.
fucked.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. It's good that people lean dominant on one,
Yeah.
but at least they have the adapt form and stuff to say wing it. Because I look at this stuff where, like, give you the joke. I had a conversation and stuff, and I said, I don't want to catch a Me Too. Smooth's been warning me from like jump. Smooth said, hey, I'm gonna need you. He's like, this podcast ain't gonna pop if you catch a Me Too.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, you're a charmer. You don't know it, but you need to be safe out here.
Right.
Don't catch a Me Too. Now I have fan mail. I have fans sending me titties and everything.
No, for real?
I appreciate you, miss. I'm not going to say your name.
Damn.
But that's what I'm saying.
Why don't you share it? When did you plan to share it, you know?
Did you plan to share that with us, Mark?
Right? Oh, man.
So when I'm seeing all of this type of stuff, I'm looking like, Smooth said I can't catch a Me Too. So I'm like, this is viable. And like I stated before, like, yo, there's been a lot of cases and stuff, and I'm trying to be sensitive about
Right.
it. But like, since I've been dating, I want to say there's been situations where majority of women have been sexually assaulted or raped
Right.
in those type of ways.
Right.
Right? So I want to have sex. I like coitus.
Right.
Sex is fun to me.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I want to say now, hey, you know, tonight you and I, you know,
Yeah.
whoop, whoop. Bada bang. Whoop, whoop. Get it.
Yeah.
And everything is giggity and all this type of stuff. Be like, why you gotta ask for it? I'm like, cause I need consent.
Right.
Yes.
Cause I don't plan to go to jail.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
I need to make sure to plan. Now some women be like, that's a mood killer.
Yeah. Consent is not sexy.
Exactly.
It's
So
not,
jail's not sexy to me. I'm not into men.
High risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward.
I guess there's no higher risk than that, is there?
Yikes. Yo. Hey, yo.
I think it all depends on the relationship you have too.
So
That plays a part.
Yeah.
plays a part.
that does play that plays a drastic part of it. See, I look at it stuff where clarity as much as possible, and then you can and where you stand. Now I get it from both. I get it from the other side and stuff. Whatever. It could be a mood killer.
Right.
I'm gonna say, did the Me Too movement die? Is Me Too over?
Nah.
If Me Too stuff isn't over and everything like that, what's the harm in asking for consent?
Right.
So I want to make sure. But again, the Me Too movement, let's say I consider myself a decent dude. Yes. But I look at it where you got to know the parameters because I wouldn't want nobody cross their place with like my mom, my sisters,
Right.
my nieces, my female cousins, and my female friends.
Right.
So I want to make sure I put that same energy out there. So like, karma goes around, comes around like a hula hoop. I want to make sure. Now, if it's killing the mood, I mean, I can bring it back. I'll cycle back around.
Yeah.
See, I think what needs to happen is to find that happy medium of asking without not asking. So maybe like you look at her 2 times and then you sit down and you just release the flagpole and hope she approaches.
So when I realized and stuff with her, I said to myself, I'm like, yo, it has to be like a Will Smith, Fresh Prince type of thing, right? Hashtag free will.
Free will.
So I look at it where, like, like one of the episodes he did the whole, and the music play,
Right.
quick break in my, like, it has to be dim light and setting and stuff like that. Because I'm like, I'm not asking you for consent. I'm just setting the mood.
Setting the mood.
Now, if I set the mood and you're like, all right, you go with it. Or if you're like, what is this? Like, they're like, why is the lights low? What's with the seduction music? Clearly, you're saying no. Clearly, you're saying no. So, okay. Lights on.
Yeah.
My bad. I was just fucking with you. I like to clap. This is not my setting.
Right.
This is Ben's setting. Ben came over here. Him and his wife was doing some shit. My bad. That's it.
Sorry, go ahead. Go finish
No,
off.
I'm just saying, like, mood killing thing and stuff, I get it. But wouldn't it be better if it's kind of semi-planned? Like, all right, you're with your woman, and she's like, a conversation could be had. That's
Right.
planned.
Okay.
Right.
But then out of nowhere and stuff, whatever, she's on you, and then she just want to Kanye put a finger in your booty and everything like that. You're like, whoa. I thought I just wing it, babe.
No, that's not winging it. No, that's
not
something
winging
else.
Get rid of that winging.
Yeah, same thing can happen to her. I can put it in the booty hole and I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Those things you gotta talk about.
Have a conversation. And when you're talking about it, it's a plan.
That's not planned.
You're having a conversation. That's a plan. That's a plan, right?
A plan.
That's a plan.
It's a plan.
No.
I would like to put my finger in your butt. I mean, we got to say it in so many ways. Like,
Right.
baby, I want to put my fingers everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to touch you all over.
Yeah. Including you nowhere.
I get what you're saying, but nah, man.
What I was gonna say is, I remember watching this.
So
skit.
that's a rule. It's not a plan. You're setting boundaries. It's a little different than plan.
I know what I want to do to her.
Right.
She doesn't know what I want to do to her. So now, if my plan is I want to put a finger in her butt, and I just do it, that's just winging it. And that might not be the vibe. But then if I'm like, I want my fingers all over, I want to put these things inside of you and everything. Like, what do you mean by that? So that when I come at the shocker, he's like, oh, this is what the fucker was talking about earlier. I don't like this. No me gusta. Go ahead, Smooth.
I was gonna say, I was watching this skit. I don't know if you ever seen it. It was one of those comedy skits. But the dude, he was a younger dude, and he was like, I guess it might have been like his brothers or uncles, and he was going on a date. So they were trying to give him all the telltale signs of if she's with it or not, right?
Okay.
So anyway, he goes on to he goes to the girl's place and stuff like that, and he's there chilling, and no words are being exchanged because they both nervous, right?
Right.
But she leans over and she puts her booty on him, right? So then he doesn't know if she's just trying to get comfortable or not,
Right.
or if she wants the action. So he ends up doing nothing, right?
Oh, okay.
So then he goes back to his brothers and stuff like that. So they're going like, yo, how the date go? And he's like, it went well. I think it went well. And I sat down and she put the booty on me. And then all of them like, okay, wait. How did she put the booty on you?
Right.
Did she put the booty on you like this? Or did she put the booty on you like this?
What the fuck?
Right? So that's the same thing I would say, right?
What the fuck?
So anyway, same thing. At the same time, it's a cutscene, right? The girl, she's on the phone talking to a girl. And Girl's like, how did they go? She goes, man, it went whack. I put the booty on him and he didn't do nothing.
I had a friend, I have a coworker and stuff, whatever, right? We're having a conversation at work one day. The man said, he was saying about waking up, like women waking you up in the middle of the night, right? Because he said this is when that last David Chapelle special, when it was when he saying like the intruder was in the house, and he pulled his pants down. He's like, no, Dave, there's an intruder. So he's like, my wife will wake me up and stuff in the middle of the night for no reason and shit like that too. So I'm like, what, for an intruder? He's like, no, she was like, babe, I can't sleep. So I'm like, oh, she wants you to beat it up to put it to sleep. He's like, what? He's like, but he said, I'm sleeping. That's a you problem. So I was like, he didn't get the message.
Right,
That's what I'm saying. If you communicated this shit, it's part of the plan. So if you're like, yo, new rule, or let's say you say to yourself like, yo, babe, it's your job. This is maybe in my culture, but if it goes up, the woman's supposed to put it down.
Right.
Right? So, okay, we can agree on that. So now, if you say that to your woman and stuff now, she's not in your culture, but she's like, in my culture, if it goes up, it's up to the woman to put it down.
Yeah.
That's a semi-plan. So if it's kind of like 2-3 months down the line, or even a year down the line, whatever, you're up like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, remember my culture?
Remember my culture.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That's the plan. She's looking like, oh yeah, we did discuss this. It ain't nothing brand new. She's like, that's a you problem. And poor guy, he learned that after I told him, he's like, oh my gosh, he was upset with himself the whole damn day.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he said, he saw me, and then he went back and he said he just texted his wife and stuff with her, because I guess it must happen like recently and everything like that. And she's like, wow, genius, congratulations, you just graduated and stuff like that, right? And he's like, Mark, I've been doing this shit for too damn long and everything. I'm like, yeah, because you guys situate a fucking plan.
Yeah.
You have, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You situate these things with a wing it. That's what I'm saying. People are different, come from different spectrums on
That's
this.
the problem, yeah.
And I dig it. I just realized and stuff that more my people and everything are more on the wing it side than I thought of the planet side.
Yeah.
He's more of a planner. So he's similar to me like that and everything. And then he can adapt to something. Because I can say some off the wall shit to him and Smooth will have a conversation and come right back.
Right.
That's adaptation skills.
Right.
Now some other people, so we have a conversation with them and stuff and you're like, damn, everybody keep attacking Mike Tyson and everything like that. Mike Tyson would bite everything, including dicks. And then you'd be like, wait, what? And then they stop.
Yeah.
But everything, they're like, he bit Holyfield's ear, so I guess it ain't too far-fetched for him to bite another man's body part. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's adaptation
Right.
at its finest. So I'm looking like, I get it. It's a beautiful world we live in. It's better know thyself.
Yes. I would
And some
say
people
that
and stuff
exactly.
didn't really have an idea until they're posed with this question.
Right.
And now they're looking like, holy shit, I really plan shit.
Yeah.
And some people like, I don't got time to play. I just wing every damn thing. And they were like, I'm here because I'm winging. What if you might get a different result in your world if you just switch sides? That was I was looking at as an evolutionary point. That part. All right. Next question was telling your partner your whereabouts. Controlling or respectful? 95% said respectful. Are you unrespectful?
I'm respectful too.
You're
I'm
unrespectful.
Yeah.
I'm uncontrolling. So I guess
Damn.
should I go first?
Go first.
Yeah, I
Go
guess
first.
so.
My thing and stuff is that people are gonna do what they want to do regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So if I don't tell said person where I'm gonna be in detail, if that's a problem for them, I would hope them to understand and have better, I want to say, have more faith in me.
Right.
Right.
Because I look at it like this. If I'm going to cheat regardless.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm saying I'm going to be running errands all damn day, I should be home about X, Y, and Z amount of time.
Right.
That should be good enough. Now, if you need to know play-by-play detail and stuff on what the fuck I am and everything like that, I'm like, well, it's respectful. I'm like, no, it's respectful. I come home and I have a plan to come home at set time.
Yeah.
And I tell you I'm coming home at set time.
Yeah.
Now, let me hear your respectful thing now.
Well, I say respectful because I'm not being asked. I'm volunteering the information, right? So
what if you didn't volunteer the information?
if I didn't volunteer the information, she didn't ask, then there ain't nothing wrong with that either. But like if I'm stepping out the house, right, and she doesn't know that I stepped out the house, right, then something happens, she might be, you know what I mean, confused, and then she got to calm me down. But if I say, yo, I'm just going down the street for a minute. If there's anything, if you need me for anything, just holler, right?
Right.
Different. Controlling would be like, I'm getting ready to step out the house. She's like, well, where are you going? No, you can't leave the house without telling me where you're going. That I consider controlling.
Okay, so what if
Yeah,
you leave the
exactly.
house
Right.
and then she calls you and stuff? Where are you?
No, but if she calls me and asks me where I'm at, I'll be like, I'll tell her where I'm at. But
Right. And see, to me, that's kind of like controlling. Like, I'm gonna come home.
yeah,
I'm out. I'm gonna come home.
right.
That's like, just know for a fact, like, I'm gonna come
Well,
home.
then why is she asking where you at? Because a lot of times my wife will call me on the road and ask me where
and
I'm
pick
at.
up some shit.
Exactly.
Right. So that's what I'm
Right,
saying.
exactly.
All you gotta do is say, like, yo, oh, you on the road? Okay. Well, before you come home, can you make a stop at such and such?
Yeah.
Sure. The end.
Yeah.
I go to, okay. Go ahead.
People are in relationships that they feel comfortable in. You wouldn't be in that relationship if somebody's controlling you like that. Right? I wouldn't be in that relationship, but some people are in that relationship because they feel comfortable not doing that.
Right.
Because maybe
Right.
for them, it feels like, oh, they care because maybe that's how their parents treated them.
Upbringing. So
Upbringing
upbringing
it
comes
could be
back
an issue.
again.
And then maybe it's like, this goes back to this, I don't know, it's Judge Mathis or divorce court where like, oh, he's in love. I'm like, why? What do you mean? He doesn't beat me. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, all the relationships I've been in, the man beat me because
Right.
that's how they show they love me. I'm like,
Right.
this guy doesn't do that. He's like, he cooks for me. He cleans. Treats me like a queen. What's wrong with this guy? Like, what do you mean, right?
Upbringing.
So, yeah.
Upbringing.
So everybody's relationship is what they want it to be, or that's what they tolerate. You wouldn't be in that relationship, so it's hard to say that's controlling. If for them that's love, but your form of love maybe is freedom and like trust.
Well, because
More so, you know what I mean?
Because I mean,
my girl does not do that to me, but I volunteer all the time. I want her to know where I am. Like, hey, babe,
also you volunteer the information.
yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm going to McDonald's.
So what if she doesn't volunteer the
information?
information to you? Does that drive you crazy?
No,
Nah.
I'll ask her. Like,
Or what if she doesn't tell you? She's like, I'm out.
okay,
You
I don't
okay
even-
with that?
I don't even ask.
I don't feel like you guys are.
I don't even ask.
I don't really
And,
ask.
and I think that's the thing. That's
The guys
the
are a
dope
little
thing.
different too.
Huh?
Yeah, we're a little bit.
There's
We're
IG
like, all right, go ahead,
stories
go
like
ahead.
that.
What do you mean? There's IG
Like there's a guy's like, hey babe, I went out with the boys. What are you doing? I don't know. It's a Kevin the Heart skit. He goes, what time you be home? I don't know. Are you gonna see? I don't know. I'll know when I get there. But if the girl goes like, babe, I'm going. I'm like, have fun. I'm going with the girls. Cool. You know,
Yeah,
the guy's like,
yeah.
all right, fine. Do what you want.
I can't stop you.
Yeah, it is what it is though.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's a different dynamic.
It can work either or.
Yeah.
It can work either or. I'm not disputing that. For myself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for myself and stuff,
But have you been in a relationship like that?
with what?
That a girl will demand where you are, tell you where you are, what time you can be home, kind of thing.
Yeah, but
As
we
opposed-
haven't
away from your mom. Obviously.
we haven't really been in relation. Like I was seeing a person
like that.
was
like that, and I was like, yeah, this is not going to be a
There you
relationship
go.
for me.
Yeah,
Right, right.
And I'm
Because you
like,
find that there's a threshold for you.
I need to be free,
Yeah.
really.
Need to be able to roam
I need
about.
to be free.
It's all about roaming.
Yeah. Like I look at it stuff as like my end game. Like if a woman was to ask me like what my end game is, my end game is to come home to you, to
Right.
her,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I want to do the things stuff that I do and then come back home to you. So whatever I'm doing, I'm not doing anything to kind of ruin my chances of coming back home to you,
Right.
Right.
and everything like that, right? And if it comes to a desperate Cobra Clutch situation, I'll share my location. If it comes to the bitter end, I've been shanked and
Find me here.
I'm at such and such.
Well, yeah, but that's the reason for you.
Sycamore Street.
They don't last that long, relationships.
Well, what?
Like if they're controlling like that.
No, if I'm sharing the information,
Yeah.
I'll volunteer to share the
No, if
information.
they've been demanding it, like to know.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, why? What's going on? my 1940s gangster come on. What do you
Yeah.
want to know, Sheen? Why, Sheen?
Right.
Is there a problem, Sheen? Like, what's going on? And it's okay. It's okay and stuff from the other side that they want to know exactly. But my thing and stuff is that I can tell you all false lies.
That's true. No,
And I can still kick up the fuck shit.
Yeah.
Where are you? I'm at Ben's house. Ben is nowhere in sight. But I got Tiffany and I got Becky here. Can't use Amber no more because Amber turd is not fun. So, Amber would leave a turd here. So, it'll be Becky and Tiffany right here.
Right.
I'm with Ben. Oh, okay. Have fun. Do you.
Right.
I intend to. Thank you for telling me to have fun. You're not going to stop the person. And if you're in a relationship with a person and stuff like that, that they're going to do what they want to do regardless, you haven't done anything to change them or to prevent that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I guess it's also going to depend on the level of trust in between the two people, right? Because
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, if you trust somebody 100%, you don't care what they do or where they go when they leave the house.
Correct.
Right? But if it's a person who, and you can usually trust a person who's open, right? But if it's a person who's secretive, sometimes that will lead to questioning.
Why would you be in a relationship with somebody who's secretive if you're not comfortable with the secretive?
Well, you know what? Some people do some weird shit, man. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that part.
Which is true. And so then you shouldn't question
Right.
what that state of a relationship would be because you agreed to go in a relationship with a person who's very secretive.
Right.
You had the choice. And if you made the choice to say, I'm going to be with 007 over here, then what the fuck? Then why are you complaining? Oh my gosh, he's living a different life. He has a whole family.
Bruh.
Like, yo, you agreed to be in a thing. But if you're in a relationship or you're dating somebody, you're seeing somebody, and they're just telling you like, how's your day? They're like, well, I did this today. I did that.
Yeah.
Oh, they mentioned I did this and that. Be like, motherfucker's open.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
I'll stay. I like it here. I'll stay. Yeah. That's what you should agree to. But I'm like, if they're not within your world or that dynamic for you, like the thing that kills me is that people expect people to change. So if you meet me and I feel like that's controlling and stuff like that, and you want to know my whereabouts, I'm looking like, she's like, well, I find it respectful if you let me know. And I'm like, I find it fucking controlling. So where do we stand with this? Do we go forward with this relationship?
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't care to ask me about? I'm like, no. You could do all the above and come back home. I just want you to come back home to me with no bullshit. But if I'm questioning your trust or your loyalty, I don't think that's a relationship for me. I'm too old for that now.
People have been hurt though, you know what I mean?
I've been hurt.
Yeah.
I haven't been hurt?
I'm not saying that. I said people have.
Yes.
So maybe that could be their way to deter unwanted behavior. True.
But my thing,
because they don't know anything else to do. You know?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's tricky though because if you're a person like Marv, right?
Yeah. The more you control them, the more you push them away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's,
Meet me.
Yeah, when we know. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going like Roadrunner and be like, qu'est-ce que fuck? Like, yo, really? This is what you're doing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you on this by yourself, boo. Anywho, on to the next. R.I.P.
Oh man, but I don't think it's controlling though.
You don't think
if it's volunteering, if it's a healthy way of doing it, there's a healthy and unhealthy way of doing it, in my opinion.
If she beating you down the head to get an answer, controlling. If you're voluntarily giving the information, scary.
But if you're volunteering, well, would she demand it though? You know, maybe she's demanding from the people who are hiding things, who are not telling her what she's doing, what he's doing, where he's been.
Yeah, but you're not that person. So she's frying you with the same oil from the previous person.
Right, exactly.
That's not fair to you.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm not doing that. Maybe I'm not giving it voluntarily. I just came to work, came here. But where's the other 2 hours? Have you been stuck in traffic?
Yeah, but
like, you could be lying, not saying.
But that's something that she has to fix within her, or vice versa.
Both. They both have to work on their communication better.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
communication compromise is the key.
That's what I mean.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're going into this thing and stuff, right? Like, see, I think the thing and stuff is that when you first start dating the person, it's not relationship. You're trying to figure out. When you're in a relationship with a person now, you should already have the
plan.
You no longer should be winging it at that point.
Because you have an idea who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Right. So once you have an idea how you're dealing with the person, like if somebody told you like, I don't like flowers.
Yeah.
You bring the girl flowers and stuff, and she's looking like, motherfucker, you just don't listen to me and everything like that, right? You're like, I feel this is the way I express my love. No, you can't expect this person to change. If they told you they're not like this and stuff like that, you have to accept them for that.
Accept it.
Okay, I have another topic for you guys.
Okay.
I had it before and stuff in my head. Is accepting the same way as settling. Accepting someone for what they are, a form of settling. So I'm a planner who doesn't like to be controlled and tell my whereabouts and stuff like that and everything, right? If you're looking at like, you know what? I'm looking for a guy who just does like A, B, and C, D,
right?
But they don't like these two things about me. Or do you think that they're settling? Or are they accepting me?
It's hard because
the way I would look at it.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
The way I would look at it is, if you're accepting, is that you don't. Yeah, you may not be with whatever that person does or whatever that part of that person's life is 100%, but you don't mind it, so you can accept it, right? Settling is you don't like it at all, but because you want to be with that person, you're gonna put up with it.
Yeah.
Because I always look at it where, see, I have a problem with the change within the dynamic of a relationship. You meet said person. Say you dated your wife, right? When you were dating your wife was go to every damn club, go out every damn weekend, and everything like that. Now you guys are married. She likes to go out, right? She likes to go out. You're looking like, I think you would pick up a Bible, or you probably sit your ass home and stuff, whatever, you know, make some cappuccinos for us and everything. She's like, nah, it's a hot girl summer. I just got a ring on. Like, I ain't going home with nobody else but you. Yeah. You have to accept that person for who they are. It's not really a settlement.
Yeah.
You're not settling and stuff like. If you were settling and stuff, this shit should have been in the beginning.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's an
and that's the dating
because you knew that about her, right?
So that's what I'm saying.
And if you had a problem with that about her, then it shouldn't go any further than what it is.
Boom, bomb. Enough
right?
said.
Because then if it's going any further than it is, then you're no longer accepting, you're settling.
Control! Control! Yo, that's it. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
R.I.P.
How you feel about this, man? Do you feel like it was plotted, planned, staged? Because he wasn't liked by a strong population. Not a demographic, just a population.
I'm conflicted. People saying that he did battle cancer. Somebody else said, "Oh, every time he's on the show drinking a little
Red
glass,
Bull,
it's Red Bull the whole time."
I heard that argument,
and I heard heart attack took him.
Yeah, it's all like what's it called? It's caffeine, sugar, and all that stuff. But he's 56 years old, man. I don't know. He left his mark, which is pretty cool. He did something with it. It's a little sad, but no. What was it? He was with a girl before. Me and you were joking. We were like, you gotta go check the hospital record, see if there's no insulin missing or something like that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's such a convenient way.
Because she was a nurse.
That's what I'm saying.
A nurse.
She wasn't doing no CPR. Like, what was going? Like, I don't know.
And the thing about it is that
there's some foul play.
You now have to rely on the only eyewitness. Right? We can't swear and say this only eyewitness is telling the truth or not. There's no way of us knowing. Right? And how do you starting from there, how do you backtrack everything? It's unfortunate that it happened.
Right.
But I don't know. I can't lay blame either way, right? Because it's just like I said, like only the walls could tell you what happened.
This is true. See, I looked at it where I'm not blaming said woman.
Right, exactly.
But it's a situation where if you're a public enemy, like there's so many, like there's a show or there's like a book like who shot Mr. Such and Such. Right. Because this person had tons of enemies and stuff already. It's like a game of Clue.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
or like a murder mystery.
It's like a murder
those
mystery.
Those dinners they have.
Exactly. So if everybody
Can
wasn't...
you guess who...
Yeah, if nobody who knew exactly who possibly could have done it.
Yeah.
But, person was like, kind of like I don't want to say pariah, because I digged him. Yeah. I digged him and stuff on his truths and stuff like that. I just want to talk to certain people that type of way because I care too much.
Right.
Like, I'm not looking to to break it off to a person and say like, oh, you're useless.
He was brutally honest.
Yeah.
He was brutally honest.
People saying that he fought cancer and he's like, after he battled death, came back, he didn't give a F. Like, he didn't want to waste time sugarcoating things. Straight to the point.
I mean,
and the thing is,
I can see
it's not
that.
only against women. He was like against certain.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get to A, you can't be a C and go to. You know, you have to. There's a plan you have to do, and he's like, he'll explain it to you. Break it down.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a what?
A plan.
Okay.
He ain't out here winging it.
All right.
You know, he did to men and women equally. I think.
Which
But
was just
women called more. Like, that's, I don't understand. If they hated him, his majority of people called were women.
Yeah.
Why didn't they stop? Like, give him no shine, but it did. It's so weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
it's foreign to me. It's foreign. I always struggle with the concept and stuff like that. Like you go there to go get. It's kind of like the Simon Cowell. I always looked at it like that.
Yeah.
You know Simon Cowell's not gonna come with the nicest thing in the world. They're like, fuck all the other judges that give us a nice thing. Let's look at Simon.
Yeah.
It was shit. It was garbage. And when it's just like, oh, why do you think it was shit and garbage? He's not the only person you gotta prove shit to.
Yeah, exactly.
But they always go to that person.
Because when he's happy or he applauds you, it's a huge accomplishment.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I
right.
guess so.
So if they're going for that thing, because his title was an image consultant.
Was he?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was his title. Like,
right.
like he gave himself, I don't know if he gave himself or somebody gave him that
Yeah,
title.
yeah.
Image consultant. I'm looking at him like, well, if you care about that, image consultant so much and you realize he's brutally honest, why not find somebody else that might like you? Or that might be a little bit nicer or might not be on a bigger type of thing because for all you know, that shit could be kind of staged or to a way where he's looking like, I'm doing this shit for the fucking views.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to like an honest review and stuff like. And then sometimes I hear him like, ma'am, or sir, you seem like a decent guy. You seem like a nice person, but high value people, high value this, they require
Right.
something more. And he'll tell them, but they're like, but I like this. And then you see he's like, what the fuck? I just told you that.
See, and I didn't think.
Look,
And I
and
think
that's when he goes
I
in.
think that's part of the problem that was with him because he did give you the brutal, honest truth, but there was theatrics around it,
Yeah.
right? So with
the button pressing and
yeah, so
everything
with
like
all
that.
with all the theatrics around it, it kind of made it kind of like almost negated him being a serious person about
okay.
it, and people are taking it like, okay, well, you're not serious, you're just doing all of this, so now you can make me look stupid. Right, and on top of schooling me, making me look stupid, you pushing all these buttons, and people are laughing at the stuff that he's doing on top of it.
It's
right.
entertaining.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, man.
Yeah, man.
You gotta watch what you say out here in these stages and stuff and on these platforms because you might get tackled now.
Might get speared.
Yeah.
You're getting speared. The legendary Dave Chappelle getting out here getting speared on fucking stage. Salute to Chris Rock for his little piece
Yeah,
when he was there.
I love that part.
He's like, was that Will Smith? We spoke about this before. Copycats come a dime a dozen.
Yep.
Yep.
This opened up the floodgates. And that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, the Oscars, they shot the bet on protecting Will.
Right.
I mean, on protecting Chris Rock from
Right.
Will. Right? So now everybody just feel like, hey, look, I have this laneway to do this for clout because I don't give a fuck about award shows.
Right.
I didn't care to look at the award show and stuff that night.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact, once they talk about slap, I'm like,
what?
wait, which award show is this? What? I was like, and that was all for it.
I mean, like I said, when it was posted in the group chat, I didn't realize that it happened just like hours before. I thought it was like an old clip that just resurfaced.
Bro,
I posted a slap clip right before that.
Yeah.
So I'm figuring, okay, somebody trying to one up me with a slap clip.
Right.
I didn't even know the Oscars was on the
that
day
weekend.
before.
Yeah. Same.
Now, because
But the thing is, it's not a new thing. They've been doing that for forever.
hecklers?
Hecklers, like
Hecklers
there's
coming on stage and doing...
DC Youngfly like a year or two ago. He was a commenter, but DC knocked him out.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
So all these guys, people come with guns. Like Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson gave him a hug instead. Like this is only recent. Like even if you go back, people get because comedians go hard sometimes.
Oh, yeah,
hecklers.
they'll
And
go
they can't take they can ditch it up. They can't take it.
Right.
So I meet him after the set outside the club, It's not a new thing.
It's not a new thing.
Yeah.
But the thing and stuff is that
Now it's like cloud chasing now, though, I feel like.
it's like clout chasing,
Yeah.
but I feel like any facility now who's housing comedians,
Yeah.
they need to beef up the security.
That's gonna ruin the set, though. You know what I mean?
How's it ruining the set? Because my thing and stuff is that if I'm a comedian, I'm doing my set up there and stuff. My thing is I'm just trying to deliver my set and keep it pushing. Now, you're owner of set club or set facility,
Yeah.
right? While I'm trying to do my set, I'm gonna do my set, say set minutes and stuff, time frame. I have 10 minutes to do my set,
Right.
and I keep it pushing. And in the process that I'm not doing my set, I get now attacked. Who am I supposed to blame? Set person or set security? Because I'm in your facility. I agreed to the things and stuff at your place.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're held accountable and stuff. So if I want to issue a lawsuit, like, yo, you like, I got nothing to do with that person and stuff, whatever. I'm like, you could have made sure security was by the stage and shit like that. So if he even came close, you got Bruno coming up there like folding him like origami, he or she.
Yeah, I mean, after what happened with Chris Rock, I'm shocked that just regular people have so much access to a stage. Like you can just literally leave your seat and just run up on the stage. Like it shouldn't be that way, especially just like I said at a comedy show where some people can get easily offended, right?
Yeah.
Now at a concert's a little bit different because majority of the time, if someone's singing, it could be a singer. Someone is running up to hug them or kiss them or something. You know what I mean? It's not an aggression. It's more of an affection type of
music
deal.
usually is like that. Yeah.
Right. And you'll see the security just slowly just walk up because they like that shit, right? They like to see their performer being embraced.
Yeah.
Right? So you're in front, just get her off me. Just move her off to the side type of deal. And then it'll continue, right? But when it comes to the point where someone is now going to be physically harmed, like this dude ran on a stage with a makeshift gun with a knife sticking out of it. Anyway, they didn't even give him criminal charges for that shit. That shit blew my mind.
But see, my thing is, how do you know what they're gonna run up with in general?
Exactly.
Well,
Right?
there you go.
We're just trying to come out of a COVID world.
Right.
Right? Do you want any regular degular and stuff that you don't know who, if they even wash their ass or they even wash their hands
Yeah, we didn't say
to
that,
come up on you? Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I like.
know.
We're fans of washing your ass at this show.
But my thing, because I don't know you and I don't want to get so super chummy with you, much as you're coming at me in a way where I feel uncomfortable with. See? Uncomfortable. See? I said in a proper way.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that I don't want to be in a way where I'm just caught all off. I still feel it for the comedians.
Right.
I feel like the comedians stuff for this copycat thing, they're hunted a lot more now. Because I'm gonna say you're right. The DC Young Fly thing, it happened last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, it was last year, and he just decked dude.
Yeah.
He put him to sleep, and I was a fan.
Yeah.
I was a fan because my thing is that I'm used to the hecklers saying their piece, try to interrupt the set.
Yeah.
Right.
But my thing and stuff is that I kind of like a versatile comedian. And I
Right.
feel like stand up is the hardest
Oh yeah.
for like forms of like comedy.
Stand up and improv, I would say, is one of the hardest stuff to do.
I mean, if you're used to winging it, you can improv a lot, right?
That's true.
So, I mean, ain't no thing and stuff with that. But somebody saying like, "Yo, you suck, boo, you suck," and it'd be like, "Yeah, your mama's titty" and stuff like that. Then, you know, I can get to that. But if you look like, "Why are you talking about my mama for?" Say that shit again. Security, what the fuck? Qu'est-ce que fuck?
No,
Stop this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to fuck up the set. Oh, no? Come up stage. Let me make an example out of
Yeah.
you then. Then that's it.
Oh man.
Comedians, we got to protect our comedians.
I'm 100% for that.
I feel like Elon Musk is saying freedom of speech, whatever, and we need freedom of speech for fucking comedians.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna say some wild shit.
Maybe you should put on a Twitter comedy forum. Maybe you should do something like that.
Yeah, but
And give them all it, because you're right. It's like, and it's funny. I can't remember who I was watching, but they were giving a commentary on it, and he goes, the thing that he was saying is that you also have to know the person who's delivering it,
yeah.
right? At the end of the day, do you believe Dave Chappelle's a malicious person? Like, he will go out there and like maliciously do stuff? No, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Right? He's making fun of issues. that majority of the time will make us depressed
Right.
or
Yeah.
make us upset, right?
Isn't that like 95% of comedians?
But this is what I'm saying, right? Like for a person like that doing what they're doing, making a living from it, it's like now a craft, right?
It is, yeah. Because they've been doing it
Dude,
since 15, 14, whatever, yeah.
That's the leeway. When they come off stage, they're not that person. They're a totally different person, right? They may have some of the same views, but they're not going to express it out in public like that. Nah, they keep that shit for the stage.
That's what you're saying. It's like a persona. Yeah.
Persona.
But even the persona, you're hip to the persona, or you know the persona and everything like that. Why are you offended?
I don't. Why you go to comedy club in general?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's what I don't understand.
It's people. I mean, I can never remember the actor's name, but we spoke about the Joffrey kid,
Yeah.
where he's out in the public
Oh.
and people just lambasted him with hate just because of his character
Yeah.
on
I
Game
remember.
of Thrones.
I think you said
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
quit
Okay.
acting too, right?
Is it? Sorry?
He quit acting? Is that what you told me?
No,
I swear one of you guys told me that. Okay, maybe it's wrong.
But okay. Joffrey, character on Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
right? You watch him on Game of Thrones and you have nothing but hate for this dude. Say you flip the channel, he's on another show and he's trying to confess his love to some other chick, it's another show.
Right.
Right? I can't change how the way you feel when you see set channels and stuff
I
about
know.
set things. But now, that's what I'm saying. A comedy club.
Right.
You come into the comedy club and you want to fight or you want to get offended. You came here.
Yeah.
You should have stayed home.
You planned it.
Either that or don't sit in the front row.
You planned to go there.
You better wing that shit to leave because if you realize who the fuck is there.
Because you know who the artist is. You know their style of comedy. You know what they're going to do. If you're sitting in front row, back row, whatever, if you say something, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going, like, I don't know. You're not being blindsided. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's I don't get it.
Control your context. Control your feelings.
Oh, man, I don't get it.
So
I go to comedy shows trying to sit in the front, trying to be part of the act. Make
Try
fun of me.
to- try-
Yeah.
try to-
It's just
yeah.
funny.
I'm
Yeah.
here. Roast me.
Yeah,
Show me your
please.
skills.
you know what I mean? Going forward now, do you think they're gonna try and start taking more care of the acts? Or is it just still gonna be like a free-for-all? Because we know the one thing we can be sure of, there's gonna be more copycats. What's gonna stop them or deter them is the access.
Yeah, I think if they fix the access. If they do something pertaining to the access and stopping some shit, like, you know, don't give them a leeway. Like, say if, like, you see the person do a little shimmy past security guard, then try to run up.
Yeah.
Then you're like, okay, the facility they tried. When you see nobody, you see out there Goldberging out here, you're next, and just spearing fucking comedians and stuff. Like, bitch, you. They stomped him out as a freebie.
Yeah.
Could you imagine getting hit with a lawsuit by a multimillionaire? Can you imagine that?
No, there's nothing to take. If there's nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. They garnishing your damn fucking check.
Yeah.
How if
You
you're
work hard,
homeless?
huh?
How if you don't work? If you're homeless?
Hand jobs for $5. Hand jobs for
Listen, man,
$5.
them, I'm pretty sure them Dave Chappelle tickets ain't cheap.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yo, I don't know. I want to talk about Westminster College in Utah.
Okay, I don't know what this is.
So
That's okay. You're gonna wing it.
Yeah,
you
I
wing
hope
it.
so.
You wing it. Get ready. Wing it, baby.
Because when we started that sentence, I thought it meant something in the UK.
Westminster, like the Abbey, Westminster
Yeah,
Abbey. Is
that's
that
what
what
I'm
you were
thinking about.
thinking
Yeah.
It's in Utah. It's a college in Utah.
Okay.
Okay.
They have a pornography class.
Nice.
Would you mind taking it?
It depends. You know, when you're a kid and you go to these like electives, like sex and art or art and sensuality. Like, yo, I'm going to that. And it's this boring philosophy class.
They on some bullshit.
Yeah.
Where the bitches at?
Electives are trying to make you a well-rounded person. So you do your, like, if you're doing engineering or IT, you know the technical stuff, but you're supposed to round you off with some philosophical or English or whatever literature. But man,
But I mean, what are they teaching?
it's a
psychology
those are
behind
traps.
porn?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
that
what
they're
is
trying
it?
Well, they're teaching you about the art form of pornography, right? I guess the cinematography aspect of it, and I guess that it's not only just a one type of way. So like they never gave full detailed breakdown on how the course and stuff would go.
There's some people I know that could teach that class. You know?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's
There's a
my
lot
thing.
of viewers
Yeah.
that could probably teach that class.
There might be, but that's what I'm saying. Would you really know until you take it, right?
Right, yeah.
Because the thing and stuff is that I want to say you probably think you're great. You probably think you have the best missionary in the world, right? When you're with your woman.
Yeah.
And then when somebody and stuff like, maybe like 5 people look like, why your butt cheeks clap when you do missionary or some shit? And now you feel that kind of different. Like, I thought my stroke game was all impeccable. They're like, nah, your shit's torqueable.
Oh man, could you imagine you put a resume? Oh, I got a 4.2 GPA. I'm like, damn, how'd you get so high? I'm like, what's your favorite class? Pornography class. Wait, really? Nah, I don't know.
The arts.
The arts. Is it though?
It's the arts. Isn't pornography part of the arts?
I don't know. You tell me. I have no idea.
I mean, well, if we're watching anything on the screen, it's damn near entertainment, right? You're like, shut your mouth and take this cock in your mouth. That's part of the entertainment.
I don't know. Smooth, would you take it?
I wouldn't take the class.
Smooth allegedly say he has a course he's going to teach people.
That's why I wouldn't take the
2
class.
years and counting. Still no course.
Okay, he's working on it. He's planning. He's not winging it.
You know what shit I gotta do?
You gotta prep it. He has a master. He has to be a master of it before he can teach it.
So he's not a master yet.
Okay, maybe not yet.
No, I'm a master of it. I just haven't gotten around to teaching it.
Yeah, you got to watch your client, how you try to defend your client.
Yo, maybe he's trying to do
your
a
client's saying a
PowerPoint.
lot of shit out here.
Yo, he got kids. He got a
loose.
wife. He got a house. He's busy, man. He can't
That's-
you can't materialize
There's
just
a lot
like
of
this.
stuff.
Hey, let me say this. If he said it and there's like a 1 month passing, I won't say nothing.
Well, I'm
3
not
months
kidding.
passing, I won't say nothing. A year passing, shut the fuck up. Don't talk about it, be about
Oh,
it,
man.
baby.
So you're saying you should have called Kim Samuels before?
Yeah, Kevin Samuels would have probably like,
It's not
Sir?
happening.
Sir.
sir, how tall are you? What's your weight? How much you make? And then, yeah.
Is your dick big or small?
I wouldn't take the course, but I would be curious to what it is that they're teaching.
And I think that's the beauty of it. I think they shouldn't tell you shit because it's an elective. You see, like when it comes to
Yeah.
like,
No, they give you course outlines though, right?
it depends.
You didn't read it. You know what's
No, you can't. It's tight sealed. Because
For real?
It's an elective. It's just an elective class.
no elective class. There are some course outlines they did give out.
Syllabus and stuff, you're expecting a syllabus. The syllabus you get when you're in that class.
No, I'm talking about outline where you could click the link. It's like
And it just gives you
PRON
like a general overview.
101. Yeah, you
But
click
that's for
it.
a major, not really elective.
No,
like
I
that.
can look it right now. University of Toronto, you write it in, and I can click it and it gives you a synopsis.
This is-
Yeah.
Some.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
Okay.
university. This is college.
Well, it's college too. No, States, it's the same thing, I think. Over here, it's a little different.
Yeah, over here is different. College
But
and
I
university
clicked on-
and stuff is the same.
Same thing with Seneca College, George Brown. I click it. Brief
But that's what I'm saying. Some universities and stuff, not all.
Yeah.
Or not, and not all colleges
I
do
don't
the
know.
same
Nowadays,
thing.
man, I think they give you more details than back in the day.
Not necessarily, because the thing is stuff is that I look at it where if everybody's going to be competing, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
remember, a school is a financial
Right.
business.
It is, yeah.
Right? You have to make it more tantalizing and stuff. Why people want to come fuck with it, your spot compared to
Right.
somewhere else. Now,
Right.
Now, if you have an accredited school, you probably don't need to say much.
I guess you're right, yeah.
So you probably don't need to say too much and stuff for them because they know that you guys produce good fruit, like the students, compared to like somewhere where they're like, oh, this is our first time, we're gonna wing it and see how it goes. They're like,
Right.
they're not too sure. You got to give us a breakdown of what the fuck you're gonna be talking about in this course. But
Right.
I mean, it's for 18 to 23-year-olds.
Right, exactly, yeah.
They go to, so it's not like it's for children. I just feel it kind of awkward where if we're seeing straight hardcore porn on the screen to have a full out conversation, even if they mute it and everything like that.
I have a hard time watching it with you.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. What's this, my teacher?
Yeah.
And like I'm saying, like what is it that I'm gonna take away from the course that I feel like I need to sit down in a class, because
What if you might want to make a sex tape?
then I would just do research on Pornhub with all the other sex tapes that are out there for free.
So, okay, I like that. So the way how you're saying this stuff is basically saying like, we don't need formal schooling no more because we can just search some shit now.
Well, listen, I had
Is that what you're saying?
I had a guy who I worked with at the Gap, right? And he started off as he started off as a shipper receiver, right?
Okay.
Then he went and he got he ended up getting a position as a manager in one of the departments. And I asked him, well, what was it that he did? So he said he had to get his engineering degree. So I asked him, what school did you go to? He goes, no, I didn't go to school. I said, all online, YouTube, and some other stuff he did. This you don't need to go to. You don't need to go
Wait,
to
I don't
classes.
get it. But
He didn't go online.
well, what proof does he have that he finished?
No, you can take the exam. You don't have to go to classes to take these exams.
You don't. You got to pay for it though,
Yeah, you can pay. You can pay and
can
take
pay.
the exams.
You can pay.
and not show up to class.
Yeah.
You don't have to take the actual classes.
The class help give you the preparation for it.
Yeah, that's all the
But
classes
if
doing.
you're
But you gotta-
diligent
how about the
enough,
assignments and labs and all that stuff? You got
But you can get all of
Yeah.
that online.
okay. So say if you're going for like a registration or licensing for something like that,
Right.
They're not concerned and stuff. It's like, what school did you come from? They're concerned if you can pass this board test.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Or
That's
this test
Like
that
the
we
LSAT?
yeah
Yeah.
that we agreed that to do set profession you have to be on the same level as everybody else and stuff. So their main concern is that they don't give a fuck what school and stuff you came from. So my question to you and stuff is that is formal schooling needed in today's time when you could just look and research everything?
Well, this is why I give you that example of
I
the
think
dude
no,
who went
So
and
that's
got
a
his
yes or no?
engineering
That's a
degree.
yes?
It's like, you don't need to go to formal schooling if
I
you're
think you-
diligent
I think
enough.
you need school.
Now,
I
for
need-
some
I
people,
need formal
if
schooling.
you're diligent
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Now, for some people need to be in that classroom setting.
And it depends what you're
they
taking.
Yeah, it also depends on what you're taking. But
I don't mind
I'm saying,
doctor
dude,
be a graduate of U2 University.
Right.
No, there's certain jobs. Like,
no,
Right.
but,
not only that, but like you say, you have to be diligent.
but how many?
You have to know your personality.
But how
like,
many stories
yeah.
have you heard of how many stories have we heard of convicts who are in prison,
Right.
Yeah.
teach themselves
Yeah.
law in prison, and then come out and take the law exam, the bar exam, and become lawyers?
Yeah, they made a show about it.
I heard a TV show.
Yeah, for life. Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Like shit, it happens. It's not like it's unbeknownst
Oh
or it
my
doesn't.
No, I'm not saying that is unbeknownst.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for myself personally, I'm not gonna hire that lawyer. I'm not like, you've been through the law on both sides.
Yeah.
However, I'd be like, I'm gonna go with Esquire Jeffrey over here.
Esquire,
Esquire is
yeah.
the lawyer, right? The
Right.
designation.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Esquire over here.
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker went through formal schooling, and they probably got throwing some extra shit that they didn't even know.
But if you pass the bar, are you not an Esquire?
If you pass the bar, you're not an escort. No, you can. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not. Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I
Right.
just feel comfortable with the
Yeah,
formal
yeah, yeah.
schooling thing.
It's a
so
level-
if
it's a level of-
if
a
I
level
come
of
to your
comfort.
law firm
Yeah.
now and I don't see like your university, your college thing and stuff on the wall,
Yeah.
and I see like most watched videos on YouTube. Like you watched that many videos on YouTube and they gave you a plaque for this shit. I'd be like, bruh, how you get that? You'd be like, oh, I watched a lot of law videos and stuff, whatever. I have all seasons of Law and Order over here too as well.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'll be back. Go to my car.
But I mean, the flip to that is that the person who goes to school and can't pass the bar.
Let me give
Yes.
you another example. So my brother's laptop was failing.
Right.
He took an IT person, paid him a lot of money. This guy changed the hard drive, did some things. Like he got back to me, no, it's too old. You have to get a new laptop. I'm like, no, because my laptop is just as old as his.
Right.
It would start to fail, and I switched to hard drive, and it's almost brand new now. So I went to him. I did some Google, and like, hey, just take out the battery, put it back in, and see how that goes. And it kind of worked.
Right.
So I'm like, you gotta change the battery. So to be an IT person, you just gotta do a certificate, not even going to college, and the outcome's like hit or miss.
Yeah.
It's all up to the person to do that extra schooling and actually care what they're doing too, right?
Oh yeah.
Experience.
So yeah, experiences. And you have to care to do the job.
I see it all the time. I went to
It's really weird, man.
a school, won't say the name, but I went there to do an audio engineering course. Right.
Yeah.
The only reason I went there is because I wanted a certificate that says that I could do what I say I could do.
Yeah.
right?
Unfortunately, yeah. People don't see that sometimes.
But when I was there, they weren't teaching me anything that I didn't already know because I
Right.
spent a lot of time in studios, right? I mean, okay, they might have given me the actual terms for the
Right,
things,
yeah.
but otherwise than that, they didn't teach me anything extra that I didn't know.
Right.
But it's just like Marv said, who's gonna believe me to say that I know what I know without that paper? So that's why I went. I went to get that paper.
Right.
Yeah, because it's the formal aspect. I think it gives an extra layer of comfort for me.
Yeah.
To say like, all right, you've kind of seen like damn near the minute, boring parts and the, I want to say the action-packed parts
Right.
to get to this promised land for a set thing. Because I always looked at where that question, I looked at what martial art is. I've been watching old school kung fu flicks for the longest,
Yeah.
right? Where you have set person in dojo getting trained for the longest by under grandmaster, whoever the fuck.
Yeah.
And you have another one that's just been a rogue warrior on the streets to like, he's using shit in nature to see like how praying mantis attack. So he wants to do a praying mantis technique.
Yeah.
And you say like formal schooling isn't better than a person. It depends on their experiences.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just comfortable with stuff with knowing for a fact that like, yo, fuck, if anybody can do it, him and I had this argument to this
All right.
day. I can do open heart surgery because all I need is 2-3 YouTube videos to watch it, the precise tools.
Yeah.
You can't tell me I'm not a bootleg doctor. He's like, nah, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
Exactly. So
Because you gotta see all the things that could go wrong too.
I'll watch a video for that.
But you don't know which one, how to react that fast.
I'll let my adaptation skills kick
Yeah, yo, good luck with that.
I would say you would get away with it if you were also beside like somebody who has that knowledge with them, and you're kind of seeing it as it goes along. You're taking it up that way, like you have some
Like an
sort of
apprenticeship.
mentor.
And that's
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, you're taking some.
That's formal schooling because
Yeah.
set person
Yeah.
and stuff, set instructor, hopefully, they've already experienced set things you're looking to experience.
Right.
So they have the knowledge and the know-how. So this is why they're help guiding you and walking you through these things.
Okay, so would it be better for you to go to school and take the pornography course, or just go live on set and see how it's actually done live on set?
If we're talking, if it pertains to this pornography thing, I want to say, I don't know who the instructor might be. It might be a old retired porn star.
Right.
Right? So I want to say on set, it might be too many things to go on to kind of focus on. Like one
And that's what I'm saying. If you're a person who can't focus, then you need to be in a setting where it's
need the structure.
You need the structure, right? But
Right.
if you're someone who can just say, okay, block out everything and pick up what's important, the things that you need to know, you don't really need to be in a school setting.
Because me, I'm thinking like when I've seen a porn, I'm thinking about I guess the microphone person to kind of hold the microphone over.
Right.
Obviously the camera people. I'm assuming it's like 2 or 3 camera people and stuff to get the angles in. Right.
Yeah.
Fluffers.
Fluffers. Yeah. Fluffers.
The fluffers, like, you know, like, are they using any pills? Is there a pill person there or whatever to say, like, all right, here, pop this Viagra or something like that to get you going again, like that, besides the fluffers, right?
Right.
The makeup people and everything like that, the wardrobe people and all that. But just that when you watch set scene, you only just see set 2 people possibly or
Right.
3 people, right?
Right.
So those things are not that, like when you're now witnessing this whole thing going on, you're looking like, well, damn, you got a job. Like, so what is this person? Quiet on the set. I have more questions to ask. Shut the fuck up. 3, 2, action. When you're in school, they're looking like a total of a porn set average is about 8 people. And they explain set person's job. And you might be like, you know what? I'm more of a microphone person because I know I'm not getting no squirt on me.
Right.
You know, because that is pee.
Yeah.
And we just keep it pushing.
But action, you know to shut up. When they say cut, you might walk over to the microphone guy and say, yo, I'm curious, what is it that you need to know about the microphone? Like, do you have to hold it a certain position so it's out of the way of cameras? You know what I mean? Like, you still have chances to ask the question. Obviously, you can't do it while they're in action. But again, when the action breaks, then you can go about your learning.
Remember, some people and stuff don't like to, what is it? Some people don't like to teach.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. But it's all in how you approach the person too. Because funny thing when you say that, at the job that I was working at, right? The person who owned the job that I was going to take over from, he didn't like to teach at all. And when my supervisor brought me to him, he didn't even know that they were bringing him to teach, right? So we were there and he's like, he had that attitude, right? But then we started talking and we both found out that we both went to the same audio engineering school. So now there's the common connection. So we're talking about music and all this, that, and the stuff that we like, which hip hop groups like and that. Then all of a sudden, he's telling me all the little secrets about what the job. Oh, if you do it like this, all of a sudden now he forgot that he don't like to teach, and because I'm such a nice person to him, he's willing to give me the knowledge that he has.
Right.
So I guess at that point it's how you are, how you approach the person in a common situation. But yeah, that's an interesting thing that they have an actual pornography class. And again, and the only reason why I would say I'm wondering what they're teaching, because at the end of the day, it's still film. So are they teaching anything different from film? The acting is different. The action is different, right? But it's the same. You got to have somebody recording. You got to have somebody filming. You got to have somebody directing.
Yeah,
all the stuff that you would learn in just regular film school.
Yeah, that's so true.
I think it's smart the way how they're doing it, because no other college and stuff.
Publicity.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
So if mum's the word and stuff, whatever, it makes you want to spend your money and go to the school.
Yeah, especially after COVID, I think there's a drop in attendance. I think, or an increase
In what?
attendance. Like people going to school now.
School?
Yeah,
Yeah, because some people are still trying to get used to.
the online stuff.
Not online. I want to say people are more comfortable online than they are in person, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say you want to bring back the personnel aspect and stuff too, right? And they might not want to teach that one online because, it's still a brand new course to like the whole college curriculum in America. In general.
Right.
So I want to say you could make it like popularized everywhere,
Right.
But if you're the first school to kind of come up with this idea, this might be your new moneymaker. Do you want to share this?
Right.
Share the wealth there?
Yeah.
When you can capitalize from this?
Well, not
you're
only that, you might be looking to capitalize on the course outline after that. Because if you perfect the course outline, the next college might not want to go through all of that crap. They might just say, hey, how much is it for us to license your course outline so we can go ahead and teach our students?
I wanted to ask you,
Man.
do you guys feel like most people today are doing the most?
What do you mean by that?
Like they're doing too much. They're like they're feeling burnt out. They're doing too much that they're burning themselves out. Or do you feel like some people and stuff are just doing enough to get by?
Oh, man, you got different answers for different people.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, but
I would think
Are
like
you
half
one
and
person
half.
or are you multiple people in there?
I'm multiple people.
Oh shit! M. Night Shyamalan, we have split. How you feel?
I feel like people are doing the most
Why?
because they feel in this day and age they have to. They feel like if they're not doing anything, they're gonna get left behind.
So what they get left behind from the pack?
The pack.
Or their peers,
So-
like their age group. Maybe.
I was about to say, what if your circle of friends and stuff ain't doing shit and you want to do shit?
But this is the problem nowadays. We're not just limited to our circle of
Yeah.
friends no more. We're literally on a worldwide stage looking at everybody else.
By
right?
choice.
By choice. But also doing the most is also by choice. You don't have to do the most. You don't have to do the least. But like I'm saying, if you're out there and you're seeing somebody on, like, for instance, right? You have your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
That might be 5 or 6 of my friends who are online, right?
Right.
But my feed is gonna have maybe 100 people. And my friends are not gonna be posting it as regular as some of these people. So
Right.
what I'm looking at, I'm looking at as these people, I'm saying, oh shit, oh, they're doing that, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this. This is how some people are thinking now, right? And they're seeing all of this and they're saying, okay, well, I'm not doing enough. And they might even be looking at their friends and saying, shit, you ain't doing enough either.
Yeah.
So I literally think like people are now doing the most because they're feeling like the world is moving forward and they don't want to be left behind.
So it kind of comes back to that competition conversation. So competition, I guess, would be in these people's case or this perspective right here, competition is bad for them? I'm asking. Because now
it could be bad.
You just want to jump up and do something because you feel like you're being left behind, but you don't have a focus. Or you don't really have an aim. You're just looking like, well, we just sitting around here and stuff, and then it's a brand new, what is it? Everest commercial. You sitting on your ass. Go to school.
know.
Like everybody else is going to school, so you might as well just jump up and go to school. You don't know what the fuck you gonna go to school for.
Yeah.
Right.
You're just gonna go to school.
I don't know. I think if you're smart about it, you kind of align yourself with the things that you may have interest in and like, and probably never had the will or thought of going after before. But now that you're seeing, you might see somebody else doing it and they're successful at doing it.
Right.
And you say to yourself, well, what makes them so different from me? Oh, I'm not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
So now you go ahead and you put forth the effort to try to do whatever it is to get to where you want to be, or get to at least on that level of that person that you're seeing. You might want to surpass them, but you're saying, I don't want to no longer just be me. I'm not satisfied with just being me. But then you, like I said, it depends on the person, because you have the opposite. You have the person that's just like, man, I'm good where I'm at, and I don't want to do anything else where I'm at. I'm a happy, mediocre person.
Yeah.
Cause I'm thinking about the IHOP worker, the guy who worked in IHOP. Waffle House.
Right.
The OG is working at Waffle House for all those years, and they're like, oh, he should get him a raise and everything like that. But he put his child through college and stuff with his wages and the things that he was doing. And then he's like, no, I'm good over here.
Yeah.
I'm good. I ain't got to do the most. I'm happy with doing what I'm doing. And it kind of comes back to, I don't want to say it's settling, but you.
Yeah.
No self.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like people are burnt out because they're trying to do everything, like what you're saying.
Right.
But they have no sense of direction. Like everybody else doing online business. Fuck it, I'm gonna do an online business.
See,
What do you know about business?
See, and that's wrong.
Exactly.
And that's wrong.
I'm like, you know nothing about online
I
businesses.
know, but social media is pushing everybody that entrepreneurial spirit, trying to be your own boss. Now you got you got to make at least 6 figures.
But you control what you follow.
Right. Not all the time. Instagram's pushing some stuff.
So okay, if you're on the
But-
page and stuff, whatever, they're telling you anti-black stuff, and you're a black person,
Right.
Why would you still follow it?
I wouldn't follow it, but it's these certain feeds are being, I don't know, they changed the algorithm, but things I don't follow are popping up in my feed.
Yeah, they want you to suggest to follow
Yeah,
and everything.
right,
like
exactly.
that.
Even it's not even related to what I follow, and it's random stuff. But a lot of things, the thing is, I've seen a lot of YouTube people and Instagram people saying, "Hey, they'll fall off 2 or 3 days, and like, hey, I'm not gonna be posting for a while. I'm just burnt out. I need some time to come back and be even better." You know what I mean?
Right.
I've seen that happening a lot recently too.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Well, I mean,
Everywhere burnt out. Yeah.
With the Olympics, with the Olympians and Naomi Osaka, Simone Biles, and
Yeah.
everything like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When you're burnt out, you're burnt out.
You're burnt out.
And that's what I'm saying. I can never take away from that. When you're burnt out, you're burnt out. But you don't have to make an announcement. This is just for you.
Yeah.
Like my thing and stuff is that, okay, if I don't want
if you have a feed, if you have a YouTube page, you have a fan base to answer to. And if you don't
Then you might
post
wanna-
something
you
like
might wanna
that,
Right, but then- but- and
they might
so-
stop dropping you, and then you have
right,
to make that
because-
YouTube money anymore.
But that's what I'm saying. You're doing it for the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're doing it for the bag, but your body, like it's kind of like you're working 24 hours, right? You're trying to do like a 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. You're going 24 hours.
Yeah.
When do you get time to say, yo, I need to take a beat, take a deep breath, and keep it pushing?
Right.
But if you're saying like, before I take a beat, let me not fuck up the bag and everything like that, then that means the bag is still the priority, not you're still burning yourself out.
Right.
I feel like there should be some kind of period or moment to say like, yo, this is too much for me. Let me regroup, and then let me come back to regular scheduled program. And if you come back, it might not be at the same level.
Right.
You might lose a group, a set following. You might lose a percentage and stuff like that. Are you losing the essence of you? Are you a better you? It comes back to self.
Yeah.
It comes back to self because, okay, I'm not saying you're not grateful for the followers and everything like that, and they help pay bills or put money in your pockets.
Yeah.
But what if you go so much that you're fully burnt out and I don't know, you might have a stroke. You might have an anxiety attack.
Exactly.
All on camera. I've seen some of these YouTuber, Instagram followers and all that, the influencers and stuff just be on the feed, be like, iPhone. Oh my God, my boyfriend is dying. I'm like, you have a full out meltdown on what? The iPhone. I'm like, it's in your heart, boo. Like
Yeah.
you got some issues you need to rectify and
Right?
deal
Yeah,
with
it's-
before you come on the camera.
Well,
social media is weird, man.
and part of that that extreme push is that a lot of them are not setting realistic goals for themselves,
Well,
right?
explain.
Well, if you're setting markers, right, as opposed to trying to get to the end goal,
That sound like some planning shit. Smooth. Continue.
we plan. If you hit a marker, right, you should be able to say to yourself, okay, I've accomplished something. Let me take a breather. Take that breather, you know what I mean, a day or two or something like that, and say, okay, I'm moving on to the next step. As opposed to trying to do it all in one shot. Because if you're going to try to do it all in one shot, yeah, at some point, you're probably going to burn yourself out. Or if not, come close to it. But like I said, if you do it in increments, let yourself breathe once you hit that goal.
Yeah.
Collect yourself, gather that air, gather that steam, push again. Hit that next goal. Gather yourself, rebuild yourself, get that steam, head on to the next goal. As opposed to just trying to get and see how far you can go. Because that's what's happening right now.
Right.
And that's why people are getting burnt.
You're a winger.
For the most, but not full winger.
How would you wing that situation now? The same thing what he's talking about.
What do you mean?
So what he was saying is stuff like you get to one mark and you plan it. Now if you
What
wing
I've seen is people have markers.
wing
They don't do
people
all
wing
of
it.
that. People don't do all in one shot. They're trying to do after 6 months I'm gonna get this many followers. After 12 months I'm gonna have this much.
So
That's
they're-
what I've seen a lot of people do.
Right.
so and that's from them winging it.
I don't know.
No, that would be planned. If they're saying,
I think
if they're
people
saying
plan.
at this point I have a certain amount of followers,
Right, because
that's planning.
See, and what I'm looking at stuff is that I'm not speaking for the wing it population and everything,
Yeah.
but I look at it where if you're a person that kind of wings certain things, you're looking like, oh, okay, you did this. Set person recorded me on video doing this now. Now everybody's liking what I do. Like the person that comes to mind is, I don't know this blonde, this white chick, but she's like, let's say certain rap songs, she's out here lipping. Like
Okay.
she went to a wedding or something like that. She went off on like the Drake and Lil Baby track.
Right, right.
Like that
Yeah,
chick,
yeah, that
whatever,
type, yeah.
right? Now this chick now, I went to her page and she's just a regular wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like a regular wife. Cause I looked at her stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, she's like a regular wife. I love my husband. These are the photos of my husband and I. We're doing family shit. But she just went off on that party. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like she had the Bud Light in her
Right.
hand.
Yeah.
And now she's just vibing and stuff with her, right? Now they're looking like, oh shit, I wonder if she knows this song.
Right.
Let's say she just winged the whole thing, stuff like she knows that song.
Yeah.
But like everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're not a social media Instagram person now, whatever, right? Be like, that wasn't my plan. I'm just a housewife.
Right.
They're like, yeah, you should do another song and stuff like that now. So that you're still
Yeah.
prevalent, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Just
jump on the
that-
hype.
Right. The
Yeah.
people that just will wing it, whatever, don't really have no plan till they get to a specific point.
Yeah.
I feel like kind of like the Kardashians was like that in my world. Because I look at it stuff as like, was there really a plan when it came to the sex tape?
I don't know.
Nah.
There was no plan when it came
Ray
to
J just released something saying it was planned. It was all based on the moms to release the tape, and this everything here was planned.
That's allegation though.
Yeah.
That's what Ray J said. He was
Yeah.
in the room, so I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's.
I mean, Ray J also didn't want the tape released.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because in the beginning, he was talking reckless
Yeah.
like that. He's like, oh shit. And he's like, I mean, it'll help put money in her pockets and stuff like that. And he's like, I didn't want to do it. I was like, oh, okay. Now she blew up bigger and larger than life than you.
I know.
And now you're looking like, well, I helped conspire the whole thing.
It was all a plan
I'm
from the
like-
beginning.
I'm like, nah, bitch, you ain't say that shit in the beginning. We can check the tapes. You did not say that in the beginning.
He wasn't down.
But as I'm saying, like, there's some people that just wait and they just get to a particular point.
Yeah.
Right? I look at like the funny thing too is that Forrest Gump movie. I love Forrest Gump.
love Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump
Yeah.
and stuff. I feel like he winged most of this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
He had no like his mom's like, yo, I just need to get Forrest in school. I'm gonna fuck this dude. I'm gonna get Forrest in school. Forrest not going to college. Forrest is this. And I think, I don't know, like, did Forrest have autism or was he had mental retardation? There's something up. But
There's
Right.
something.
for somebody that wasn't, I want to say quote unquote normal, he
Right.
did the most.
The most.
Yeah.
Billionaire, strip mall, millionaire and everything, army man, ping pong champ. That's winging it at his finest.
And all he wanted to do is cut that grass.
That's it.
That's all.
Here's the thing that always gets me with that movie, though. Are we watching him in real life? Or are we watching him with his imagination being someone who's possibly autistic or being someone who's possibly
Is it a fan theory? People
No.
have it?
This is conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
Smooth
this
over
is what I'm
here.
saying. Yeah.
this is smooth.
I'm glad you were here. I'm glad you're
This
here.
is smooth theory.
This is shit he does to me. That's why I have to adapt to it when he tells you. Continue.
This is smooth theory. No, because we have movies like that, right? You know, where sometimes they give you at the end they say, okay,
Parasite.
yeah,
I think Parasite was like one.
Right.
Because Parasite, you're looking like, is he not at the mansion? Or is he, I'm spoiling the movie and shit like, but he's kind of like, what's going on? Is it all in his head?
Yeah, that's
Inception. With the spinning thing.
Right.
Is it all in his head? Or are they still sleeping? It's like one of those things you're saying.
That's how sometimes when I watched it, I was like, but is he really doing? Because like you said, he did a lot of shit.
did everything,
right?
yeah.
He did a lot.
A lot of shit, and a lot of times you do a lot of shit in your mind.
You do a lot of shit in your mind. And I look at it stuff like, yo, you can go so much and do the most. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it goes back to saying, you can have it all. You just can't have it all at once. Because, okay, at the time when even like we're looking at the movie now, we're breaking down Forrest Gump, he was an army dude. And he was in the army, right? And that's when he met Bubba and the whole idea of the shrimp thing came up after Bubba had passed.
Right.
Right? Now, when he was in the army, let's say he didn't meet Bubba, right? Would the shrimp thing be in his head? Would the ping pong thing be in his head?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the running across from America from end to end, you know, because allegedly in the movie he came up with the shit happens slogan. He's like, you just stepped to the pile of shit. Shit happens. And then like the guy made a banner out of this shit, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know, but it's still something where it pulls onto intentions and feelings and stuff within you.
Right.
It's like you watch a court case you know nothing about, and now you're taking it into the full extent, whatever. You're probably looking at like, oh, that person's the defendant, they're probably guilty as shit.
Right.
And then you're hearing all the evidence stuff come out, be like, wait, what the fuck? And then you be like, no, Amber Turd did shit in the man's bed. Sorry. I just had to get that out there.
Is she really though?
She shat in his bed, man. Your kind of girl? Scat
No.
play? Poo play?
I think it's a boob play for a sec.
One girl, one bed.
One girl, one bed. Yo, that's a scary ass theme right there. I don't even want to know what the fuck she do in that bed. Yeah. Let's get to the question of the week.
Week.
Mark,
Question-
do you think people are doing too much?
Huh?
You think people are doing too much?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think people are doing.
Do you blame it though? Like inflation, everything, cost of living, everything's up.
I stand by
And
my.
your 9 to 5 is not paying you sometimes.
I stand by my slogan. If everybody did a little, not one person has to do a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's what the. You see, when I look at it, where, okay, I think now is American Asian Heritage Month,
Okay.
right? If we look at the Asian population, and correct me if I'm wrong, come at me in the DMs, come at me in the comments and stuff like that. But you have Asian families, it's multiple families in one house.
Right.
Right.
Right? And when they get to like a comfortable level, this is when they split and probably might split and sell the property and have money and stuff for themselves.
Right.
Why does it have to be one family, like let's say husband, wife, and kid, and struggle with all the things and stuff on like pricing of housing, utilities,
Right.
insurance, car payments and stuff is not, it's super high compared to what it was before. At a time before, it was feasible like that. You said your parents bought a house for like less than 100K.
Right.
Can that happen and stuff in like the Canadian, in the GTA region? That's hardly next to nothing.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. But now if you took your family, I have my family,
Right.
he has his family, we buy like a triplex, we all agree to this triplex and stuff, whatever. You and your wife do payment, you and your wife do payment, me and my boo do payments and stuff like that. We are laughing.
Right.
Right.
So it's not everybody, you're doing the most to burn out when everything, because you can work your job, one job. They can do their one job, and we're laughing.
Yeah.
Right.
But everybody's like, no, I want it for myself. I got to do the most. I want to keep up. You can control what you see on social media. Be like, nah, yeah, that ain't my way and stuff. Or to be like, nah, I don't agree with that one. I'm going to keep scrolling. So then they'll say some shit that might get you again.
Yeah.
But then it might say three was it? 1 step forward, 3 steps back.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing to motivate you and 3 other things to demotivate you. Why would you still follow this? Why would you still be into this?
Right.
When did you say to yourself and stuff, enough is enough? And you got to limit yourself on these things.
Right.
So that's where I feel like a lot of people are doing the most. You don't got to do the most. Okay. invest into the Podical sons. We'll do the work for you. Shit, what the fuck? Let's get to the question of the
Doing the
week.
most courses coming out years from now.
Years
From now.
fucking guy. Question of the week, because I aligned it with the pornography class. So get ready.
Right.
What is foreplay? Because apparently I heard a conversation. Men don't know what the fuck foreplay is. So now we have a panel of 3 men. What is foreplay to you?
I'm gonna say anything that sets the mood.
Like romance could be.
So music can set the mood, and that's foreplay.
Music is set the mood. That could be part of foreplay.
I don't think that's part of foreplay.
Okay.
I think it's something you actually physically do to the person.
Well, it has
Meaning,
to be
like-
physical. You touch her. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Call me a pervert. Oh my god.
I know, man. You play
don't
a
play
good
music,
song,
bro.
you might hear her say, "Oh, this song put me in the mood."
Yeah. Because I remember, like, what is it? I heard there's a song back in the day, Adina Howard. And, like, Adina Howard, I feel like that Freak Like Me song.
Right.
I'll be a freak until the day,
Yeah.
until
I
the
love that
dawn.
song.
And that's what I'm saying. Some women be ready to pom,
Yeah.
you know, until the night, to the early morning. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like music can be one of those things. I feel like certain words. You can have a conversation. What are you gonna eat tonight? You. That's no touching. And it'd be like, oh shit.
It's not when I say physically do something. I don't mean touching. Like you buying a gift, giving it to her could be a foreplay. You cooking dinner, her coming home to a clean house, not doing anything could be a start of a foreplay.
Right.
So why can't music be a foreplay? Why can't you be playing the music before playing it?
She turn on the same music for herself, and then, I don't know.
That man has a valid point.
don't know,
Yeah,
man.
mister.
Shane, music's foreplay, Shane.
This guy. Yeah, I guess it could be, but what do I know?
So
It can be
foreplay.
different for different women too, right?
And, see,
Yeah.
and I feel like
I was watching Everybody Loves Raymond, and it was like a Christmas episode, and he's wearing his underwear, and he's sweeping, like cleaning the house. And she's like, "Oh my god, let's go upstairs right now."
Yeah.
Right? You remember you saw that episode?
no, but I know that.
So
There was a
That could be foreplay.
Married with Children episode like
Yeah.
that, where every time I'll see Peg clean, because Peg would never clean.
Right.
okay.
Every time I'll see Peg clean, I'll be like, he get that look in his eye, and Peg look up and goes,
He
"Oh,
was like, let's go upstairs
let's
now.
go upstairs, man."
See, I feel like when it comes to foreplay, to me, it's kind of everything to do before penetration. So music is included.
Okay.
All those gestures and everything like that
Right.
Right.
is included and stuff too. I want to say like kissing, touching and stuff, like those things are not needed. No, that's part of it and stuff as well too.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I want to say a stimulation before the play. That's what foreplay
Foreplay
means
is-
to me.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So that's why I always look at stuff like when I heard like there's a group of women that are saying that men don't know what foreplay is, and I was like, are they guys just sticking the turkey straight in the oven, without preheating the setting?
Right.
But then I was like,
Well, kissing and stuff like that too for me.
right.
Right.
I like to kiss too.
Mm-hmm.
I kiss fuck buddies. Kiss my ass. You see, he laughs instantaneously. Okay, so how long should good foreplay last? How long are you spinning the music track for?
Well, I mean, the music track is spinning, right? And then
You got it on repeat?
all the other stuff is kind of getting it. I don't know. I don't really think there's a time limit. It's
think
just when you
there's a
decide.
minimum though,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's a rhythm. It's a
it can't be
rhythm
like
thing.
just 5 minutes. I don't think. Could it?
But the rhythm could be. You could reach that rhythm within the first minute. It might take you 10 minutes to reach that rhythm. But I think it's got to be at that point where you guys say, okay, enough is enough with the foreplay. Let's get down to action.
I think there's a rule. If you're like a minute or 2 minute man, then your foreplay has to be like at least 20, 30 minutes to make up for the 1 minute. It's got to, right?
I like the way you think.
No, it's-
I like
yeah.
the way you
So
think.
anyway, it's a half hour of sex.
Yeah, hey, that's what I mean. Exactly. Yeah.
I like the way you think. I am not mad at that. So if you eat pussy for like 25 minutes
Yeah.
and you fuck for 5,
Yeah.
you still got 30 minutes
You
of
got
sex.
30 minutes of sex.
You had 30 minutes, solid 30 minutes of
Yeah.
good love making.
And that first 25
My
minutes is
fucking
all
new,
about
my guru right here.
the first 25 minutes is all about her too. So You can't say she can't say you're selfish.
That she can't say. No.
Yeah.
That she can't say.
What's your favorite kind of foreplay?
Kissing.
Kissing.
I think so.
What about you?
Titty sucking.
Massaging.
Titty sucking.
Whoa, that's just that's. Does that mean foreplay?
That is.
That's foreplay, bro. Anything besides penetration.
These are
Maybe
titty sucking.
Maybe men don't know. Maybe men don't know what foreplay is.
You see? And we're back, sports fans. He's like, titty sucking. Change my mind. It's titty sucking.
So she has to be undressed already.
Or she
Well, I
can pop a
guess-
titty out.
Everybody's foreplay is different. Like men and women, I guess, is different. But for me, yeah.
Fucking
Damn.
smooth
I'm
as the
Yeah,
grease.
titties, yeah,
I'm breaching it.
Yeah.
And that titty coming
That's
out.
because it's so quick.
Like that quick. Like
Not even massage. I didn't massage the bra off. You know, trying
You
to be.
asked what was my favorite.
Oh
You didn't
my
say
God.
What's your favorite? Titty,
Yeah,
titty
you didn't
sucking.
say what order I need to be at. Titty sucking my favorite foreplay. I like sucking titty.
Massaging is one of them too.
Massaging? You like giving or getting?
Either or.
I like to give massage until like I guess that would be a form of foreplay and stuff whatever for me
Yeah.
to do. My favorite, to be honest, it'd probably be kissing.
Yeah.
It'd probably be kissing.
Or dry humping. Or a combination.
I don't know. Dry humping don't make it for me.
No, because you're kissing at the same time. You're embracing the person.
So okay, I got her close and now I'm up here like
Yeah.
doing this.
See,
You don't gotta do it.
Hold on.
She can do
you
it.
gotta be careful because if you're a 1 minute man and you dry humping,
You
you're
a
in
bust.
problems. You're in problems.
I don't want to understand no dry humping, man.
Oh my God. No, that's pretty good. Maybe it's like a pre thing. So when you get to the action, you'll last a little bit longer. So instead of masturbating to last longer, you dry hump to last longer. And round 2, you just last 5 minutes. You just 7
So wait,
minutes
you're
instead.
busting off the dry humping?
I guess. Yeah, I don't know if you're 1 minute. I don't know.
What if some guys don't the air can't get back into the
Oh
tire?
my God. You're improvised, man. I can't plan for everything.
Huh?
Holy. Those questions, man.
Okay, a planner. Not a planner.
Not a bladder.
He's like, all right, I bust early. All right, let's wing it, baby.
Yeah.
Wing it.
Throw the cooch in my face.
That's weird.
She's like, I want to give you a head. Like, no, it's all about you. No. You.
I love it. You're the greatest.
I don't know, man.
Wing it, man. Fuck
You
it. Just gotta wing it, man.
Yeah.
Weird.
Let's get to the Ask the Sons. First Ask the Sons question comes from Ginger Ape. Oh, this is for both of us, but since you're here, jump in on it too. It says, since you both are extroverts, does talking to people give you energy?
Yes, it does. I can tell. He sucks my energy sometimes.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, for sure.
It only gives me
Maybe an
energy
introvert,
if the
yeah.
person is, if I'm getting feedback, positive feedback from the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm out there and I'm speaking to somebody and then it's like, there's no.
It's like talking to a wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. No,
You know what's worse though? Like COVID made me such an introvert too. I was talking to somebody, and we went to like the Godfather's first communion, and like I was exhausted by the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if because we haven't been partying as much or doing stuff. It's just
Right.
I spent 30 years trying to be like a extrovert introvert. COVID made me like regress. Yeah,
Right.
Being like a full on introvert. It's been hard. Like I don't feel like going out partying. Like I chill with you. We hit a bar. We get some ramen. Ramen. Yeah, I
Ramen.
love it. Yeah. Like I don't feel like I don't have like
I got my
before. I'm
soundbite.
like, yo, let's go to club. Let's do something. Let's go spend some dollars. Go to strip club. Like I'm good. It's been harder for me to go back outside.
well, I mean, I think certain things and stuff is kind of like
It's
Pertaining
not
to-
working too because I was in the hospitality industry and that shut down. And me not working also contributed to that too. You haven't been stopping working, I think.
no, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Constant healthcare.
Yeah, you've been working on and off.
On and off.
Yeah.
See, I think with that, I feel like you kind of done the typical thing. I don't want to say typical. I want to say the things that we've done probably not have really been typical to
Okay.
the average person, but I want to say we've come to a point where we came, we saw, we conquered.
Yeah.
Now, if there's like a brand new experience and stuff like that, now you're probably looking like, ooh, this doesn't seem life threatening, or
Right.
this seems like it's not soul taking. So
Or
you're willing to,
overstimulating. Yeah.
right? You're willing to participate and stuff
Yeah.
like that into something new, whatever, right? Because I want to say like before, I want to say, as somebody to say, oh, Have you had an edible before? Yeah, been there, done that. Have you ever smoked weed? Yeah, been there, done that. Have you ever had ayahuasca? I'm like, oh no.
Ooh, I want to try that.
Exactly.
Oh,
You see?
So now it's a 3-man trip. Oh, did
You want
it?
to try it too?
Yeah. He was the first one talking about ayahuasca.
Okay.
I was looking like, Smooth, you wildin'. But then I was looking like, Smooth, all right. You got me. You got me. So those type of things.
Right. See, I'm okay with that because it's like a one-on-one, a 3-person thing, but going
Big group.
all 3 of us, going to like a club, or I'm okay with a bar,
But I mean,
But you're over that.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like Marv said. Like I'm at the point now where I want new experiences. I want to experience stuff new, and just to go back to the point that you made, where before the COVID thing, where you would go to the club, sometimes you just go for the sake of going.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not necessarily that you want to, you have to go, but you don't want to sit at home being bored, and you can't really, or you haven't thought of anything to do. So it's like it becomes a default.
Yeah.
Right? So you now sitting at home for all this time realizing, I don't really need that as a default. I don't need that default thing. So
Right.
now you're out. Now that you're back out, it's like, do I really want to go there? Do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Now you might be looking for something that's more stimulating,
Right.
because you're tired of the regular.
Maybe.
Right, because I want to say, like, you and I, we've been clubbing and stuff for years together, right? That really hasn't really been making a mark, but then we've did bars and all that type of stuff, and then when you came to me with the speakeasy stuff,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit! So it looks like a storefront, but then there's so much more going on,
Yeah.
and and you got a smile on your face.
Yeah,
now.
because you know,
I can never
man.
get tired of a bar or a speakeasy. I don't think so.
But exactly, 'cause it's a brand new experience.
Is it though?
If you've been to that same speakeasy, would you always constantly go to that same
I think
speakeasy?
so. They have great cocktails. They've had the money. Yeah.
Shit. Me, I'd probably be like, eh.
It depends
Is there
on the
another
company.
one?
If it's like you, you guys.
Yeah.
If I'm comfortable with you guys, we have a conversation.
Then that'd
it's
be
not
that.
stale, like he was saying.
Cool. Next question comes from Wary Fool. What is one subject you give 0 fucks about? Award show. Met Gala. I don't know what the fuck they do in the Met Gala, and I don't really care what they do in the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Isn't it to raise money?
And
Yeah,
is
you
it?
pay X amount of dollars, you get invited, and they have this dinner.
I just see the stairway, and after they go through the door,
That's it. The
I'm
door
thinking
closes.
it might be an orgy behind
I thought
there.
it was a dinner.
It's
You know how
it's
they
supposedly it's a but like I said, I don't know what's going on behind there. I'm waiting for somebody to sneak in with the cameras and give us an expose, because I have no clue. I just know they dress weird as hell. Usually of some particular theme, and then they just go with that.
Yeah.
I give 0
But
fucks about
yeah,
it.
that's I'm
What
trying
do
to
you
think. I'm trying to think of anything else, but I can't. I can't say I don't care about this. When I was a kid, it was politics. I didn't care about politics at all. But now,
the older you get, the more conservative you get, baby. Let's
no,
go.
it's just, you don't understand when you're younger how much it affects you.
I think, but that's what do they say? The youth is so naive, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't because when you're young, it doesn't directly affect you. That's why
Right.
you're really
Right.
not concentrating on it, right?
Exactly.
With me, I'll go back and say award shows.
Award shows,
I
yeah.
really don't give 2 shits about it.
and then when we were kids, so it was like the shit.
Yeah, when we were kids, it's
Oh
like,
my God.
gotta watch this, watch that. Or when you talk about it the next day. Now, I mean, they got Puffy supposed to be doing the thing coming up. Something I seen him coming up doing. I'm like, is that supposed to excite me to watch the horse show?
Yeah.
I still ain't gonna watch it.
Yeah, that's a really good question, though. Something to think about.
You give 0 fucks about.
There's nothing really I give 0. Like even work shows, I get a little bit.
You give a little fuck
A little
about?
bit, you know. It's not 0. It's nothing 0 for me so far.
No, this one's 0. I have a few zeros and stuff in because I think I'm more focused. Like what he was saying.
Yeah, what's another one then?
Well, award shows,
Award
Met
shows,
Gala,
Met Gala.
racist. At first, I try to.
No, I care about that.
No, but see, my thing and stuff is that I can't stop you if you want to be racist stuff to me or you don't like me for me. I don't put no interest in stuff. Once I know you don't care for me or my type, I keep it pushing.
But you
'Cause
have
the
to
worst-
give X amount of fucks about it because it's gonna affect you. You can't go like one time we went to Cleveland together, and you like I want to take you here see my friends, but you dress different, you something like that, right? So it's safe for you to stay home. I go say hi and come back. So it could be the same thing in the reverse. It could be a racist spot you don't know. You're like, I don't give a F. You can't just go to that spot. You might get lynched. You don't know.
True.
So you can't say I give zero fucks about racism because it will, especially with your skin.
Well, not racism, racist.
Yeah, racist. That's what I'm saying.
Racist.
Same. It's all connected, isn't it?
So my racist is the person.
Yeah, you
Racism
should-
is the
you should care about them.
But my thing and stuff is that
Because he could do
if
something to you physically.
right? But if you want to cause bodily harm to me and
Yeah.
everything like that, that it's more not say the person doesn't like me for my skin color,
Right.
And they want to attack me and everything,
Right.
I'm not fighting them like as they're a racist. I'm fighting them and stuff as they're somebody coming at my neck. Period. Now, if they say I don't like, I attacked him because he's a nigger, then that's all on them. I still don't care. You still attack me.
Right.
So even if
But you gotta be safe though.
I can't control that.
But if you
That's
know
that's
this
the
is-
winged aspect you should be agreeing
there's
with.
a guy there is a racist.
Right.
Then you don't interact with that person.
Right.
You should be.
But I don't care. I give zero fucks. I'm not gonna interact
Yeah,
with
but
them.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not conveying the idea 100%.
I don't care for racists. What they do, if they do something to implement to stop me
Right.
and everything like that, that's all on to them. If it's in the power for them to do what they do to stop me, like say if a racist is at my job
Right.
and stop me from getting a promotion,
Right.
there's nothing I can do and stuff about that. So why should I waste the, oh my gosh, this person, if they weren't so racist, I would get the job. Apply somewhere else.
No, you go to the labor board. You have rights. And he's a racist. That's against the law.
Can you prove that?
I could start making. I could plan on proving it. Do little traps here, emails here, trying to
Bend the
change the
plan.
wording. Yeah.
Bend the planner.
Bend the planner.
We made a planner out of him in one episode.
Yo, I
It's
say I'm
the
a
racist.
mixed bag. I never say I'm not a planner. I'm a winging kind
Which
of.
is true.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's only so much you can really do if a person doesn't like you,
Yeah, I guess.
right? And I feel like a lot of times stuff for,
It's hard for me to
for a
believe,
racist,
yeah. It's-
I feel like the basis for you not liking a person, like I look at it where there's Asian people,
Mm-hmm.
like Asian Pacific or Asian people
Mm-hmm.
in the hip hop world,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Right.
And then there's this other Asian people and stuff. Let's say there's Chinese rappers,
Right.
and then there's Chinese people that despise black people.
Right.
Right.
Why do I care about a person that despises black people and stuff?
You don't have to in that aspect, but you can't say I give zero fucks.
I give zero fucks because I give zero fucks.
Okay.
You might give fucks. I give zero fucks. And
I
stuff about
have no
those people.
choice to give some.
You do have a choice.
I don't think so.
You do have a choice.
I don't know, man.
I see.
Why do you feel like? Why? I want
Go
to
ahead.
hear Ben's perspective.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like
just
you
to be
don't
on
have?
the safe side, to know where you stand, to know, to go where you want it. You always say go where you want it.
Good. Go where
But
you love.
Yeah, it's just you got to know the environment you're in.
But okay, there's
You got to
somebody
be self-aware about your like everything around you, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
you can, but you can't control everything.
I know,
and
but-
that's where anxiety and overthinking will come in because it's kind of like wherever you live right now,
Mm-hmm.
there could be 10 people around you that you walk outside your house to take out the garbage or something like that, whatever, hate you for you being you.
Right.
You're gonna give care to those people who hate you for you being you?
No, but I have to be aware of it.
But how
It's
can you
to
be
some
aware?
respect.
What if they're hating you from inside their house?
Oh, I don't know.
You have no control over what goes on inside their house.
Yeah.
Let it go, let it go. Zero fucks is the way to go.
Okay, if you say so, I don't know, man.
All right. Last question comes from You're Not Olivia. What is something you do in a hotel that you never do at home?
Use a jacuzzi.
Make noise. You know what I'm talking about. Neighbors can't complain.
They will complain in a hotel.
Can they though?
They just say room such and such. They won't know exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's
on
in
this
there.
floor?
I think for me it was always checking the sheets. Checking the sheets and like the linen and shit like that, whatever. Because at my house I can certify and
If
say
I
like,
die, I die.
certify?
It's something at that point. Like, It's gonna be comfortable, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
I know. I have this kind of thing where if I feel like it's dirty, because cleanliness is a godliness. Remember,
Yeah.
I'm concerned about people washing their ass and their
True.
hands.
You know what else too? I see watching these clips and I check to see if there's any hidden cameras in the alarm clock or in the walls.
Yeah, but you don't check that at the house.
I don't check that in the house.
See, my thing, like the reason I care about the sheet stuff is because I know I have a boy, and he told me way back when he said the day he finds out a chick is a squirter, he's taking her to a telly, and you'll see how far she can squirt all over like stuff in there. So I'm like, I fucking hate you, because I'm like, if this is what your MO is, I hate to come stay at your house now. What if you low key got a squirter before?
Is it the
She didn't go distance like to the level, but I don't know where to sit.
For me, if I'm going to a hotel, it's usually like a 5-star. So
Damn.
I kind of when I'm like, if I'm vacationing, like going to a hotel, I try to do it like that.
Okay.
Simply because,
You plan these things out, babe. You don't wing these things.
well, yeah.
I
Yeah,
plan-
and if
I
I'm
plan
going on
for a
vacation,
5-star.
I plan for a 5-star simply because I want the best experience possible.
Would you
and
ever-
I don't want exactly like you're saying, worrying about certain things like
I don't.
have the sheets been taken.
Would you
care
ever
of?
go to consider yourself going to a hostel?
Yeah. I went to Costa Rica and we just winged it the whole time.
Winged it, baby.
We went to a beach place in Costa Rica. I forgot which city it was, and it was like a celebration weekend for them. It's a holiday. All the hotels are booked. Like, hey, you can sleep on the floor in this bar. I'm like, man, we could do that. Then we went down, and we found a residential spot. And
Right.
the owner's like, hey, we can give you this spot for $25 a person per night. I'm like, cool. So they kicked out the family that was living there, so we could sleep in that. But they're making $400, $200 a night, US.
The family that was living there, were they bathers?
Yeah, we don't care. We had a great night. Oh man, I was happy I didn't have to sleep on the floor
At a bar.
at a bar. Yeah,
This is true. One step up.
because we didn't plan it, but it was fun. It was a fun excursion.
So 5-star, man. So at your 5-star telly, these things you don't worry. What do you worry about at a 5-star telly? Because I feel like
Nothing.
everything that can happen at a 1-star. Are there even 1-star hotels?
Yeah,
That shit
I
better
think
be
there's
like-
half-star hotels.
That shit better be like damn $25 a night or
I
something.
think they're like motels mostly
Those
like
are
that.
usually the stripper hotels.
Yeah,
It's a stripper hotels.
or motels. Yeah.
Why are they stripper hotels 5-star, man?
Because they're cheap as fuck.
Probably low security.
Ain't nobody questioning shit. And you can usually get those rooms for a couple of hours as opposed to having to rent it for an entire day.
Again, so where's the part where the stripper comes in? Like, why you say stripper?
Why she need it for a whole day if she only need it for a
Why
couple
should
of
gotta be a
hours?
she? Yo, watch your language. It's Mother's Day.
Oh, my
She
goodness.
or he.
I think he's allowed to say she because he's never got a lap dance for a man. So I think
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
This
it's
is
a
true.
personal experience.
This is true.
I'm going
Personal
by personal
experience. I just feel like there's some strippers should not come at Marv. Should come at not your average.
Come at not your average Jules. Come at me, man. I'm coming at me, man.
You see, because my thing is, see, when the 5-star, I think for the 5-star and the 1-star hotels and everything, I still feel like there should be like set middle ground on what things which you would do in a collective from both of the places because they're still not your residential home.
Right.
So like, it's still not your residential home. What are you What are you doing different? The alarm clock thing, I get that
Yeah, the
because
hidden camera.
I always thought about that and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because see, my thing is that if I'm in a hotel with like my boo or something like that, I'm kind of like balls out. I'm letting her know like it's porno mode and stuff when you see me. So if I turn like this, everything's a pose for me. So I'm like, dick time? Oh, okay. Just letting you know. Still out. We can circle back around the next 10 minutes. So, and at the house, not saying I won't walk around like that, but that would be limited to my bedroom.
Right.
Well, like the whole hotel room that I have access to, swinging.
You're supposed to be swinging in the whole hotel.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But
It's supposed to be no hold bars in the
right.
hotel
So if
room.
you're swinging in the hotel, you won't swing at the house like that.
No.
So then that would be something that you would do in the hotel. Then you
Right.
would do
Yeah.
from okay.
But if I
Actually,
get to
I'm
my
like
room
swinging
and there's a
everywhere.
jacuzzi in there, I'm testing out the jacuzzi. I'm this.
Jacuzzi in the room? The hot tub in the room?
Yeah, and I don't have a pool at house too. So does that count?
You said what?
Go in the pool.
I don't know if I trust a hot tub in a room like that, though.
No, it's a best place because you're filling out your own water.
But did they clean the tub right? No.
Well, you can look at
Bro,
it. Yeah.
when you get there, it's empty
Yeah,
and you can
clean.
look at it. You
Yeah.
can see it. You can see it glistening.
See if there's any rings around the tub.
Ready for you to just jump your ass in. And that's why I say, like with 5 stars, certain things I come to expect,
Right.
because those things are based upon reputation.
Right.
One bad review screws
Fucks
you.
everything.
So they're like, yo, you don't clean this room properly, I'm a fire your ass because our reputation is on the line.
Right. Fair enough. Okay, man. It's a wrap.
But I'm pretty sure when we go on the ayahuasca trip, it probably won't be a 5-star.
No.
Be a 1-star floor.
underneath the stars.
A 1-star floor. And pray no tarantula crawl on you because them bitches is big there. We are here. This is the end.
All right.
So say the Sons for them. So say the Sons this week says, it's never too late to change how your story ends. So say the
says the
Sons.
Sons.
I feel like whatever way, if you plan life or you wing life and everything, you don't have to. You can start off one way, and it can change.
Right.
Yeah.
And these things aren't your experiences help change and mold your story to a particular way, but you can control how it ends. Do you want to have a happily ever after, or do you want to have a to be continued and just pray that whatever religious deity you have would just throw you right back to the crowd, to the mass?
Yeah. And I'll just add to that. I mean, we've said it before, but don't be afraid of change because that might be what you need.
Yes. Change is gonna come.
It's going to come.
Oh man, there's really a study saying people who haven't tried like sushi before the age of like 38, 39 will never try it again.
Because they're already stuck in their ways.
Yeah, they didn't test it on rats, and people and rats have the same trajectory. After a certain point, you don't do certain things, you'll never do it for the rest of your life. You won't even want to try it. It's just really, yeah. So you won't change. It's just a weird. It's a cool study.
It's almost reminds me of I think it was, I don't know if it was the tick study or the flea study. Where they put
the jumping one.
The jumping ones.
Yeah, they're conditioned not to jump as high.
Condition them not to jump as high. And then they took the top off and they never jumped as high. But not only that, their offspring never jumped as high.
Yeah. So they close the lid, and the original one will jump, hit his head, jump, hit his head. Eventually they'll have a baby. And the second generation would not jump as high. And the third one would not jump as high either.
The first generation tell you like, hey,
Yeah.
Right.
there's a ceiling here.
Yeah.
Right.
They're trying to keep us down.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how slavery worked?
But yeah, after this third,
Bro.
they opened it. And then
Bro.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Well, because like, yeah,
Conditioning,
we're
man.
not
Yeah.
free.
Conditioning.
They cut off Kunta's foot the other day. We not too free. Don't get too wild out here with these. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Conditioning. Yeah.
Yes, man. That is it, man.
That's
Once
it.
again, thank you for rocking with us.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Thank
Oh,
you.
man, you're always
Glad we-
welcome, brother.
Appreciate it.
We welcome you. Welcome you. Once again, man. Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above. Feel free to cuss Smooth on his
All of that.
stripper comment. Go after him.
Please send booby pictures up to Marvis DM.
I want no problems. I got a boo now. I want no smoke.
doesn't-
Nah, it's
He
okay.
doesn't plan
We'll
to
do some
share.
free ratings,
He
some
doesn't
breast
plan to
ratings. It's okay.
We're doing titty ratings?
Titty ratings.
Cheating ratings?
Titty.
Oh, titty ratings.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, man. Thank you for listening to Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limit. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
Boobies.
Boobies.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.